Welcome back, everyone, to another broadcast.
One of the best players. I mean, he's just so dynamic. Oh, by the way, he caught 67 passes for 564 yards. Because he can do that, too, while averaging 5 yards per carry. That dude is ridiculous. Coming up next.
Welcome back, everyone, to another broadcast of Sports Guru. I am your host, Sports Guru. As you can see, I have got a haircut. I did it myself. So,
Ryan Reynolds here from Midmobile.
Everybody,
the price of just about everything going up during inflation.
Let's get it.
Bring our prices.
Week number 9 of the 2031 NFL season. Both the Falcons in this franchise are 5-3.
Unlimited premium wireless. How did you get 30, 30, maybe get 30, maybe get 20, 20, 20, maybe get 20, 20, maybe get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month. So,
give it a try at midmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes.
RIP Lou Dobbs.
Terms at midmobile.com.
There's a lot that could impress you about the all-new Honda Prologue EV. True, it's got class, passenger space, and clean, thoughtful design, and intuitive technology. But what really sets the Prologue apart from the competition is that it's more than an EV. It's a Honda. Honda, the power of dreams. Visit honda.com/prologue to learn more.
We are rolling along here on Amber and Ian, presented to you by Progressive Insurance. Home Team Brandon Leak filling in for Ian tonight. You can find him at Home Team B Leak, Leak. You can find me, Amber Wilson, at Amber W Sports. ESPN has recently launched ESPN Experiences. Take Me Out to the Ballparks tour. This is super cool. It's set for Labor Day weekend. Stops include Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium, and Citizens Bank Park. That is not bad. Plus, you get an exclusive tour of ESPN headquarters. All you have to do is visit experiences.espn.com to try to secure your spot today. So you're definitely going to want to do that. Now, Ian is not here because he's been at SEC Media Days in Dallas, Texas this week. So he's been sitting down with everybody all around the SEC. He had an opportunity to talk to the Auburn head coach, Hugh Freeze. Here is some of that.
Coach, first of all, if you can take all of us behind the scenes, what's the biggest difference year 1 in a program to year 2 as a head coach in a program?
Well, I think everyone's a little different. I mean, for us, it's the roster's a little better because we had a full year to recruit. And 2, I think just being more comfortable with the staff that gives you a better feel of chemistry that kind of translates into confidence with the players. And definitely feel that. Is our roster exactly where I'd like for it to be? Totally no, but it is better. But I do think if we can promote that chemistry that gives great confidence, year 2 can look better.
What's the biggest difference in a quarterback year 2 in the same system?
2 overall boost and morale boost up to 89 for my boy Justin Davis.
I think that's twofold. I think for sure he's going to be more comfortable with our adjustments and what the expectations are for him to get us into and get us out of. But again, I think the pieces around him play a little better. It gives him more confidence. And, we struggled some last year he was not confident that he could turn it loose on a given route. And I think we've improved.
Start over in the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook.
And hopefully that combination of him having a better understanding and stuff with some better pieces around him gives him a great year.
Your wide receiver room, it's in the shot at guys last year, but your top 4 this year might be better than anybody you had last year. Just describe that particular aspect that helps your quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, excited about Dre Lambert and Sam Jackson and Robert Lewis, the guys we picked up through the portal, and then the young ones I think are super talented. And
start over in both the defensive and offensive playbooks for the Jaguars. It's good, baby.
I'm very careful not to put too many expectations on them because I've seen it both ways. I've seen A.J. Brown and Laquan Treadwell. It didn't matter. But I've had some others that are playing in the NFL right now that we redshirted. So I think Cam and Perry and Malcolm and Bryce are all very, very talented, and some of them are going to have to play. But I want to temper the expectations a little bit. But I am cautiously optimistic, particularly what I saw out of Cam in spring.
As far as the 12-team playoff, what does that do for the game of college football, having that many more fan bases be able to be invested later in the season?
Well, I think there's some positives and negatives. You just spoke of the positives. I mean, those 12 teams are going to do really well with their fan bases and excitement and all of that. I do think it could could diminish some of the bowl playing deals, and you're setting at a place that has expectations that are high that you want to be in that, and then you don't make it. What do we do with the opt-outs, and so I think there's a lot of things that we don't know yet, but there's no question it's going to generate a ton of excitement and exposure for our sport.
All right, here come the off-the-wall questions, rapid fire. You ready? Yep. What SEC head coach?
When I See You Again by Wiz Khalifa and Bad and Bougie by Migos.
Lame.
You got it.
R.I.P. take that.
Cracks me up, man. It's unbelievable. Which SEC head coach is more likely to steal your drink at the coaches' meetings in Sandustin?
Oh, Drinkwitz.
Wow, okay, that's the first round.
Yeah, no, Drinkwitz. Not because he just would think it's funny.
That's the best. Stoops has been so far the number one so far.
That's true. Yeah.
Which SEC head coach would make the best TV game show host?
Sam Pittman.
Wow, that's the first one to pick. I agree with you, man. It's been Beaver and Drink have been the two common ones so far. If you could, any coach in football history, if you could have them as a high school teacher, who would you want?
Monty Kiffin.
Oh, that's a good one, man. God rest his soul.
Listen, the times, he was such an incredible teacher. And with enthusiasm and passion all the time. And when I was a first-time assistant coach in college, he took me in and spent time with me, and I learned a ton from him. And then obviously I hired Chris, and he came around all the time, and I just thought he was an incredible teacher.
Last one, what are your go-to toppings on a pizza?
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Ham, onions, bell
I don't blame him one bit, cuz.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, Hugh Freeze really just had that one ready to go. It was like he knew Ian's question list, because how was he that prepared for a toppings on pizza discussion when the answer wasn't simply something like pepperoni, Brandon? That was super impressive.
The man is the head coach of the Auburn Tigers. He has to be decisive, Amber. He was ready to rock. He knew where he wanted to go, and he already had 3 or 4 toppings right off the rip.
Yeah, I mean, James, that was something.
Well, what's your go-to pizza toppings? You get however many you want, Amber.
My go-to pizza toppings? I don't really have go-to pizza toppings. My 2 types of pizza, because I don't really. First of all, I've never met a pizza I don't like.
Okay.
But my favorite pizza is the classic cheese pizza with a ton of red pepper flakes on it. Is typically how I order my pizza. I also really like veggie pizzas, and I know you're gonna scoff at that, but I do. But I've never met a pizza I don't like, Brandon.
If you don't have meat on it, how does that differ from cheese toast? I'm just asking, because
I get the protein in the cheese itself. The problem with meat for me on pizza is it gets really greasy, and that's where I typically draw the line. Like sometimes, I used to love sausage pizza when I was younger, but I feel like it's super heavy and greasy.
A pizza is supposed to be greasy, and you must have a meat. I like pepperoni. I like a little bit of...
wow, even Mark Flory said that Brandon Ayuk was getting criminally underpaid.
You need a little sausage, you need a little hamburger, then you can throw on some extra cheese, and then you can throw on a pepper or 2 if you want to, but a pizza is supposed to have a lot of things. There should be a lot of items and a lot of syllables when you order your pizza.
Warm myself up for a little bit.
Pizza's so good in and of itself. It does not need a whole bunch of toppings on it, frankly. Pizza's such an unbelievable entity with the purity of the pizza, James.
No. I mean, you just need.
Well, what's your go-to then, James?
No, I'm a pepperoni mushroom guy. I think that's if I'm pressed, I do pepperoni mushroom. There's a
Mason loves throwing ball dudes.
I go through a stage where I can't stop thinking about things sometimes, and recently there's a place in New Haven. It's called Bar Pizza, and they have a mashed potato bacon pizza.
No.
It'll change your life. It'll change your life.
No.
It is one of the best pizzas I have ever had.
I don't want my life changed.
To James's point, I have had a Thanksgiving Day, a turkey meal pizza, and it was one of the greatest things I've ever had. And I know know it sounds gross. I thought so going in. The mashed potatoes, turkey, there's something there.
Same.
There's nothing there.
Someone, I was in college up here in Southern Connecticut, and one of the kids I was in class with told me about this, and I was like, that sounds disgusting. What are you doing here? And we went, and he made me try a piece, and I think, like, right now, I probably won't stop thinking about it until I go out there and get some. Like, very soon. It's going to consume my thoughts.
I am very pregnant, and that still sounds disgusting. So at this moment,
you said
that
like
still sounds.
Your words.
I draw the line at mashed potatoes on pizza. I just discovered.
Mashed potato bacon. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
But mashed potato bacon is still First of all, I don't even like bacon on pizza very much. Because I like really crispy bacon.
Yeah,
home team.
It's bacon.
And bacon.
It's very crispy on the
bacon on pizza. I feel like it's either always it's too small of pieces, or it's gonna end up getting soggy in the cheese. Bacon on pizza.
This is not breakfast,
me with it.
and this is not a salad. You do not have to have crunchy bacon on a pizza.
Yes, you do.
Particularly when there should be other meat toppings on the pizza. So I have to go a complete 180 on that one, Amber. And then as a mom-to-be, a pregnant mom, you wouldn't even try an extra topping like bacon on your pizza that just has cheese on it?
I will try anything once, okay? I'm one of those people. I would take a bite of this horrid and horrific pizza that James was describing with mashed potatoes and bacon on it. I would take a bite, and then I would still confirm that this is disgusting, probably, and I would not move forward. I also don't like mashed potatoes that much. I think mashed potatoes are highly overrated. The baked potato, far superior to the mashed potato.
I'm going to need 5, James.
Do you have some injury? Is there
There's nothing better than mashed potatoes.
That happened? How do you not like mashed potatoes? What's going on, Amp?
It's just
one of the most innocuous foods ever.
It goes with everything.
Yeah.
Well, they're all right. There's nothing particularly special about mashed potatoes. Like, everyone rants and raves about all these mashed, but they're okay. It's a lot of butter.
It's more like a garlic mash on the pizza too.
Blue cheese. You can put blue cheese in mashed potatoes.
You can. I'm not really sure why you would, but you can. You can also dress up a baked potato with all sorts of lovely stuff. You're talking bacon on a baked potato, now we're talking. Some bacon, some sour cream, some cheddar cheese. A loaded baked potato is where life is at. Not necessarily the mashed potatoes, but mashed potatoes on pizza sound sloppy and disgusting and horrid. Is there also tomato sauce on this pizza, James, or is the mashed potato the base?
I believe it's like a white sauce. Yeah, so it's great.
White sauce. So now you have like Alfredo sauce with cheese and garlic mashed potatoes.
I think so. It's not that messy though.
Sounds like a 3-course dinner.
It's a really thin crust.
Really up.
Sounds like cardiac arrest, to be honest with you.
The next time you find your way up here on campus, I'll make sure that we go and try it because
2025.
Life
that's
2026 or whatever.
Might be a minute. Amber D is presented by Progressive Insurance, making it easy to save money when you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters. You'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Marina.com. Coming up next here, Amber and Brandon Leak filling in for Ian tonight. I'm pretty upset about the mashed potato pizza, but also even more upset at Chet Holmgren, which is incredibly random. I'll tell you why next, right here on ESPN Radio.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping?
Wow.
To your Tuesday night bowling
serious?
Woo, that's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
J32.
Wow.
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients. Popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Just spent the entire break
Yes!
potatoes. potatoes are so versatile. They'd be what, like the Shohei Ohtani of sports? Is that the athlete that connotes the potato?
That's what I said. Shocked. Yeah. I didn't see that coming from you. The open assault on the mashed potato, Amber. I didn't see it coming.
The mashed potato, I think, is the very bottom of my potato list. I mean,
Brian Lawson has the flyer. Oh my God! He hit it. Jerry Lawson.
Top of my list.
Unbelievable.
A lot of hash browns, and tater tots, and scalloped potatoes.
Good golly, Miss Dolly. He did it.
The mashed potato is
Jerry Lawson. Shout out to
with a little bit more love. That's it.
Mushy. It's a mushy baked potato.
Same thing you can put on a baked potato. Cheese, chives, bacon bits, butter.
In the end zone, touchdown.
It's unnecessary. Goofy.
Leon Fry for the tie.
All right. So
normally, I would have done that second. I was saying the momentum gains are increased and deep losses are increased due to momentum gains.
That feels about right. Come to think of it, like I never really eat mashed potatoes. I very rarely eat mashed potatoes. And my mom, when I was growing up, she would always make them. She would only eat mashed potatoes if they were made from scratch. Okay. So, they were good when I'd have them, but like they're just not, like I said, there's a lot of other ways I'd prefer potatoes before I got to mashing them.
Driving into my stomach.
To each their own as well when it comes to Chet Holmgren, except for when he decides to take shots at my Miami Heat, which is exactly what happened, completely unnecessarily. But from the OKC center, I was just minding my business today, okay? Just going about living my life. And all of a sudden, this quote from Chet Holmgren, taking a flamethrower to Miami Heat fans, had to enter my life, Brandon. And I did not wake up this morning and think, I would like to dislike Chet Holmgren today. That wasn't on my radar. But Chet Holmgren decided to make an appearance in my life in that manner. He went on the Road Trippin' podcast, and he was asked where he likes to play and took a flamethrower to Miami. Take a listen.
I like Miami because it's just like empty. It's like no. Let me get to.
No, we know what you mean. They come in late.
It's like a drunk
it's the best.
Yeah, it's
like first quarter. Don't worry about that first quarter.
They'll like really as the away team, you just gotta build that lead in the first 3 quarters, and then it just stays quiet for the fourth.
It was a layup, and they were screaming like it was a game winner.
I mean, I am incensed. First of all, this is tired because I can't tell you how many years I've been hearing this nonsense for. But also, no. About this is Chet Holmgren has played in front of the Miami crowd one time in his entire very young NBA career. And when he did, it was 400 people below capacity. There was well over 19,000 people in Kaseya Center when he played there. Capacity is 20,000 people. So he played in front of an arena that was at capacity, essentially, which, by the way, is larger than his own arena and larger than any home crowd the Thunder had all of last season. So from that perspective, I thought, what the hell is he talking about? Now, I do feel like you heard the other voices jump in there and they're like, it's true, they're always late, and they tried to make it about like the late thing and whatever. But Chet started with it was empty.
It's an attack. It's an attack. It's an attack on the
can't be homers or calling games.
Culture.
Just because you are a part of a local team broadcast. Come on, guys, hold your blocks.
Now, obviously, when people leave early, repeatedly, because the Dodgers have been known and criticized for that. Dodger fans have been known for showing up late, leaving early. Well, they
have more things to do that are more important than sports.
Yeah, when you're talking about a team like that, I could stand with you. If I were a Heat fan, I certainly, can respect that as a well-raised Falcon fan. The only fan base I wouldn't defend are the New Orleans Saints. But outside of that, when you attack...
Yeah, I can't even be mad. He's not wrong. My fan base has been known to be a little bit on the ridiculous side when it comes to the games.
Factors that could go into it. Regular season game. Injuries. What's the score? Is it a blowout? Is it a Tuesday night? Is it a,
Thursday night? It was a Wednesday night, by the way, I think, when Chet played.
Yeah, so there are a lot of factors that go into that. Look, he's young, and it makes for a good conversation. But, now, when he shows up for a Miami Heat game, guess what? The fans, the season ticket holders, and Bernie will be lying in wait, waiting to see what kind of game and what kind of impact they could have on his game as he certainly now will be booed.
Yes, I don't know why you're making an enemy out of that environment in Miami, but that's what you're trying to do. It's a low-hanging fruit. People do it all over our network. It drives me insane. Arguments with Carlos.
I was not trying to throw a pick, bro.
Well, they're always trying to go after the home crowd there in Miami. Canty goes after Miami.
Come on!
Our talent even tries to go after Miami, and it's just something that we got tired of in Miami for so many years, because the reality is there was a long time where the Heat owned the longest home sellout winning streak or home sellout streak in the NBA. That was owned by the Miami Heat for a very long time. In terms of attendance of last season, in 2023, the Heat had the 4th best attendance in the NBA. The Thunder, the 23rd best attendance in the NBA. It's not comparable when you talk about how many tickets they sell and how many fans are in the stadium. Now, is there an argument to be made that Miami fans show up late? Fine. Yes, that's a reality. Miami fans do show up late. There's a variety of factors. It's the only arena that's surrounded on 3 sides by an ocean. There is one way to get into that arena. There is one side to get into that arena on, essentially, and it is not easy because it's right downtown Miami, and from a traffic perspective, it is truly an absolute nightmare. I understand that sounds like a lot of excuses, and people will be like, no, every arena has traffic around it. No, you do not understand. I assure you, you do not understand. Nevertheless, I've been hearing it for a very long time, and there's a culture thing in Miami. Everybody's late in Miami. That's also a cultural thing, fine. But the reality is, the attendance in Miami is no problem. Like, people are there. They might show up a little late. They're there. This idea that Miami fans leave early as well, I mean, that's coming from a singular playoff game during the LeBron era. Let's be real. Everybody leaves early when you're getting whooped, especially on a Wednesday night, Brandon. Like, name the fan base that doesn't leave.
You just stole my thunder. I need the documentation of the greatest fan base while they are being whipped that stick around until the game is just about over with 42 clicks left on the clock. It makes no sense. People get out of there early. You know, there are a lot of factors. Did Jimmy play that game? No. So, what are we talking about? There are so many factors when you're talking about going after, an organization like that, and a championship organization to boot.
You're right. Exactly. I mean, slow your roll, Chet. Okay, we'll talk Chet when you win some championships, buddy. Chet. Okay? I don't know about Chet. I haven't known many Chets in my life. All right, the jury's still out on you. You're the only one I know, and you're not ingratiating yourself to that Miami fan base by any means. So, marked man down in Miami. Coming up next here on Amber and Ian, we take one last trip to SEC Media Days. You won't want to miss it. That's all next on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Allstate wants to remind fans that mayhem is everywhere. Like when your fantasy league meets up at your house. Everything's great until the hot plate gets too hot for the tablecloth. Now your kitchen's up in smoke. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, the cost to fix this is anything but a fantasy. So switch to Allstate, save money, and get protected from mayhem like this. Not available in every state, based on coverage selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
It is SEC Media Days, and boy, are we getting some great sound out of the SEC from some of the biggest names around the SEC. Amber and Ian is presented to you by Progressive Insurance. Home team Brandon Leak filling in for Ian tonight. You can find him at
Home Team B Leak. That's Leak.
You can find me, Amber Wilson, at Amber W Sports. So Ian Fitzsimmons has been at SEC Media Days, which is wrapping up today, and he's been giving us the good sound he's been sending our way as he's been getting to talk to people all across the SEC. Nick Saban is no longer the head coach of Alabama, but he still and forever will be related to the SEC. And so the now analyst for us here and our family at ESPN had an opportunity to sit down with our very own Ian Fitzsimmons. Here's some of that.
Well, Coach, one of my favorite things that you've ever said is mediocre people don't like to be around exceptional people, and vice versa. That goes in every walk of life. Take us behind the scenes and go more in depth with that saying that I've told to my kids a million times.
Right. Well, that's
Well, I think if you're going to have any togetherness or teamwork or actually get the respect and trust in an organization that you need between the people, everybody got to be bought into the same standard of excellence. And so if that doesn't happen, you're always going to have people looking over their shoulder and saying, well, I'm doing more work than this guy. My level of performance is higher than that guy. The guy that's not doing as good envies the guy that's doing better. So you really can't have any teamwork or togetherness. And, the way I always say it is, mediocre people don't like high achievers, and high achievers don't like mediocre people. And if you're going to have a successful organization, you got to get the right people on the bus, you got to get the wrong people off the bus, and you got to get everybody in the right seats. So then you got a chance to go. So that's kind of always been the first thing that we try to do in building our team is get everybody in the organization to buy into the principles and values of the organization and the standard that everybody has to commit to.
And that gets you to excellence.
Right.
Sustaining excellence is a whole different thing. What is the most important aspect about sustaining excellence and staying at the top?
I think you got to be internally motivated. An external motivation would be, I want to win a championship. Well, what happens if you win that championship? Then what's the next motivation? I think if you just want to be the best player you can be, you want to win a championship, but you want to be the best player you can be, and you're going to do everything you can do every day to be the best player you can be, then
let's go! Ronnie Poe!
Becomes a result of the internal motivation that you have to be the best.
At the buzzer!
But what do you have to do to be a champion so that you will have an opportunity to win it? And in football, which is a great team game, you have to have everybody committed to that. You can't have a few guys committed to it, a few guys not committed to it. So, success.
I hate the fact every time I got to stop my pass play, it goes for more than 10 plus yards.
To improve and get better if you're going to continue to have success, because when you do have success, you're going to become the target. Everybody's going to circle that game, and you're going to become the standard everybody's trying to aspire to. So if you stay the same, they're going to all pass you up. So you have to continue to try to get better. You got to continue to evaluate what you're doing so that you can improve individually and collectively as a group.
Justin Thomas and Nick Saban here with us on ESPN Radio. Justin Thomas once told me he loves playing golf with you because he loves competition. He don't like to lose. You're the same way. When it comes to that one word, competition, when you hear that, what's that mean in any walk of life?
Well, I think that, two things happen when people hear that word competition.
Yes!
A
huge turnover!
Because it's an opportunity.
Nice job, Kaden Ellis. He forces the fumble. And Zach Allen.
They are totally frustrated and overcome with anxiety because they're worried about what the outcome might be and how it might impact or affect them. So, I love competition, but I love it when
just a slow drive. Don't even need to go deep down for you.
What do I need to be able to be successful in competition?
Are you serious?
And not worry about the outcome that you want to get, but what do you have to do to get the outcome?
What are those conversations like on the golf course with JT?
I love JT, man. I know. But it started when he was such a scrawny. When they recruited him, we were playing LSU, and he comes for an official visit. And I'm looking at him.
Come on!
This guy is so scrawny looking.
I'm not listening to these guys again!
Far enough to be really, really good. And obviously, he was really, really good. But he also has the right work ethic. He's great character. Tries to do things the right way. And I really respect that because I love, a great competitor. When my daughter was at home and going to high school and the doorbell used to ring and somebody was coming to take her out on a date, everybody would run to the front door to get the door before I could because they knew I would just humiliate the guy by saying, what do you play? What kind of competitor are you?
Hey, I got one going to Oregon right now to be with your old guy, Dan Lanning, my oldest daughter. So any advice for when they go away? Because I'm dreading this moment.
Yeah, tell her to ask him, where do you play?
As we turn you loose, Coach, I really appreciate the time. The 12-team playoff, I think we'll have so many more fan bases invested. The by late October. So many teams, so many blue blood programs.
And now they got their full momentum back.
What do you think the team will do to benefit of the game? Because you are a big ambassador for the game.
Yeah, well, I think it's good. I was against expanding the playoffs to 4 teams because I didn't want to see it sort of make bowl games insignificant because bowl games have been such a huge part of the tradition of college football. And it made it unique in the fact that you could go 8-4, your fan base would be happy, they all got to go on a good trip to go to a bowl game, and it had a meaning and it had a significance. As soon as we went to a 14 playoff, the bowl games lost their significance. Players didn't want to play in them. And so I was all for expanding the playoff. So where when we had a 14 playoff, you might have some...
I don't know why it keeps fucking selecting my plays!
In October and November because their team still has a chance to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, stop auto-selecting my plays!
To have 25 or 30 fan bases still engaged. And I think that's... and if we come up with some reasonable way that we can level the playing field in terms of competition, which right now we don't have, with name, image, and likeness being like it is, we don't have a level playing field. Some people are spending more money than others. All right, so, but if we did, you would have even more fan bases because you would have more parity. I use the example
too much fried chicken. One or two pieces is enough for me.
The NFL is for
all that
salary cap. You win, you play a harder schedule. You lose, you play an easier schedule. You win, you draft later. You lose, you draft earlier. Everything's for parity. So the whole goal is if everybody could be 8-8 after 16 weeks, you got 32 fan bases still engaged. Yeah, so that's actually a good thing. For fans and for interest, TV.
Taylor and Allen.
We got to get to some place.
Taylor is first NFL hat.
I know the guy that I'm playing with is under the same set of circumstances as me.
Yep, love it. Who gave instructions? You or JT?
When I play with JT, he's always my partner, so he doesn't have to give me any instructions.
Wow, really?
See you, Coach. Thank you.
Again, that was Ian Fitzsimmons sit down with Nick Saban. And I just, Brandon, there is some irony, though, in Saban. And I'm not discounting anything that he just said, because I do tend to agree with him in regards to parity and how it could benefit things. But it's also funny because he benefited as the head coach of Alabama from a lack of parity for so many years.
My apologies. You have me filling in, and I don't want to disrespect or disrupt anything that you and Ian do, so I have to use a bad word right now, Amber, but it's the S word, sharing. You have to share, and nobody is going to share revenue in college football. USC is not going to want to share monies with Wake Forest or anybody else when they are trying to build the best possible program they can build, when they are trying to give their coaching staff the best recruiting tools and the best weight room they can give their players. And so I think it's mythical to believe that one day that college football in its totality will have parity. I think one day the next version of the college football playoff will just be dealing with a certain amount of teams that do have the opportunity financially to compete. But when you start looking across the landscape, I mean, even Division I schools that have been in conferences for a long time, some of these schools just don't have the funds and the financial resources to keep up. And even with the guys at the top of the food chain, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Oregon, at some point they're going to be so far out of the stratosphere that even big schools that have been around for a while won't be able to keep up. So until these programs get into a mindset where they have to use the dirty word, the S word, sharing their revenues and what they generate, I don't think we're going to see parity in college football. And to a point you made earlier, I don't think we've ever had it really, truly, and honestly ever in any incarnation of a college football season.
No, certainly not at the collegiate level. And could you get, with an expanded playoff, a Cinderella at some point? Sure. We'll see those runs in March Madness as well. But it's still the blue bloods at the top of the landscape in college basketball. It's still going to be these Power 5 schools and these more traditional programs at the top of the power landscape in college football. That would never change unless there was some unifying body that came in and restructured everything everything with essentially a salary cap, and the NCAA keeps getting weaker, not stronger. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. Coming up next here on Amber and Ian with home team Brandon Leak filling in for Ian tonight. Brandon is going to give you his top 5 running backs in the NFL. That is all next on ESPN Radio.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How did you get 30, 30, bid you get 30, bid you get 20, 20, 20, bid you get 20, 20, bid you get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? So
give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows. Full terms at mintmobile.com.
Love to rank things around here at ESPN Radio. We also love all things NFL, so let's marry the two. We've been doing the ESPN Radio Rank 'em series, where we rank all things NFL as we head towards NFL training camps, which are underway, and towards, of course, an NFL season. So today, it's top 5 running backs. And I gave you mine earlier in the show. If you missed anything here on Amber and Ian with home team Brandon Leak filling in for Ian tonight, check out the podcast on the ESPN app. My top 5 running backs were Bijan Robinson, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, and at number 1, Christian McCaffrey. Now it is time for Brandon Leak to give you his.
From the top offseason editions.
high steps a 92-yard touchdown run.
To the top 5 home field advantages.
Cowboy.
And everything in between.
You know, Stephen A is
Radio's NFL Rank 'em.
Cowboys fan. He always trolling, but he knows he loves him.
All right, Amber. Sometimes in order to get people's attention and to inform, you have to let them know. You have to hit them with a dose of truth. This list is the truth. Number 5, running back. Down here in the South, around these parts, in Atlanta, Georgia, Bijan Robinson had his rookie season last year, and it wasn't that bad. He ended up technically missing a game because a game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he was not scheduled to play, got in the 4th quarter, and it was really weird that he didn't get many carries in that ball game. Had he played a full game, he would have been over 1,000 yards. All of his numbers are going up, and I'm telling you right now, this man could end up leading the NFL in rushing. With Kirk Cousins coming to Atlanta, giving the offense a shot in the arm, the number 5 quarterback in the NFL this year on the top 5 running back list, he is Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, new head coach, new quarterback. It is a new day in Atlanta, Georgia. Both you and I.
Let's go! 22 yards to nada!
Bijan Robinson making an appearance on their top 5. A lot of people would still consider him a top 10, but some people would dock him because it's the hype that you come into when you're the 8th overall pick at that particular position. I mean, heck, that's like being drafted, very top at that position. And you could say, okay, well, he didn't break the 1,000 yards rushing, except for everything that you just mentioned. Also, his explosiveness when he does get going, and what a monster this kid is against a stacked line. When there are 7 or more defenders up against him in the box, he rushes for 5.2 yards per carry. That's the best in the NFL against that kind of defense. Bijan Robinson, 22 years old, doing that. The future is very bright for Bijan.
Number 4.
Don't know why this man is overlooked. Workhorse in him, never does anything but become a problem. You can hand it to him, and hand it to him. Also throw him the football. I don't know how far his team will go, but they go far. Josh,
I'm not betting video games.
The Las Vegas Raiders is a tough customer, and he needs some respect put on his name, so I'm going to put it on it for him tonight, as he is a guy you could hand the ball off to, and he hasn't had a receiving touchdown in his career yet, but you can throw him the football, and I don't know what the quarterback position is going to shake out being at the end of the year.
Fucking want it.
But they're going to need him to run it, to catch it, and they're going to need him in the red zone. You can run it between the tackles. He doesn't mind doing dirty work. That's why he is the number 4 top running back on this list.
Right, he's got a 4-year, $48 million deal. Certainly, he is valued in the NFL. I don't hate this one by any means. He was one of those that I had just on the outside looking in. He's very easily a top 10 running back. I didn't put him in my top 5.
What the fuck, bro? You let the fullback score? What the fuck, bro?
You, frankly, having him in your top 5, like you said, an absolute workhorse at that position. He can do it all.
Bullshit, bro.
That's a pretty good nomination by you.
Number 3.
And I said the Raiders, he's in Green Bay now. So
yeah, he's in Green Bay now, but he was with the Raiders.
Horse. And I'm with him. Number 3, I'm going with a slippery guy. I'm going with the guy with speed, electricity, and a guy that can take it to the house. He's a guy who also plays on a team where he doesn't get probably the credit that's due. Jahmyr Gibbs is coming in at number 3. He is a guy I think is going to get stronger. He's kind of like Bijan Robinson in that he can get the wiggle, the bend, and he can make guys miss when you don't have a dead beat on him. He is a guy who is going to be fun to watch, and they are going to make a deep run. It's going to be because of Jahmyr Gibbs, and that's why he comes in at number 3.
The problem with Gibbs, and the reason I didn't have him in my top 5, is because he is splitting those touches with David Montgomery, and that ends up hurting Gibbs' numbers some, but not a back that just goes north and south. Definitely one of those guys that's far more dynamic than that. He's elusive, he's versatile. He's always going to be linked to Bijan because he was chosen, 4 spots behind Bijan Robinson? I believe it was draft. Detroit Lions certainly showed respect him, and he made his presence known there this past season. 234 touches, 52 receptions, over 15 games. 1,261 total yards, 11 TDs. I mean, it's good numbers there for Jahmyr Gibbs, and again, that's with the presence of David Montgomery.
Number 2.
I want to put Nick Chubb on this list. The only reason he isn't is because of the injury again. I believe that he'd come back, but I just don't know if I could put him on this list now. So, at number 2, nothing wrong with an angry running back. A man who has something to prove, and a man who wants to give his former team the business. Saquon Barkley is a tough customer to bring down.
That'll work.
Get out of the way if you can. If you try to bring him down, he can make
okay. I was not trying to do that.
There's a wheel route design right now.
It counts as a passing touchdown for Jonathan Taylor, because he was behind the line of scrimmage, but I wasn't trying to do that. I'll take it. That was not the plan. I was trying to sell it, and I pressed the L1 button. What?
However, his production did dip last season. Now, given he also was battling ankle injuries, and that's my thing with Saquon is I do think that there's I also don't know if he's walking to a situation that's quite as good there in Philadelphia as say Derrick Henry walking into Baltimore, but Saquon Barkley still easily a top 10 back in my book. I just didn't have him in the top 5.
Number 1.
And when you look at number 1, you look at the guy who has the fewest weaknesses. He's shaken off the injury bug early in his career. He can run between the tackles. He can run zone plays. He can run outside. He can reverse, pivot, and make a lot of people. By the way, he can catch the ball out of the backfield. In the red zone, 80 yards away from the goal line. This man is the most dangerous man at the running back position in the National Football League. That's why he's coming in at number 1 for the San Francisco 49ers. Christian.
I don't know about that, man. Don't tell me you look like me. You
running back.
He doesn't have as big as advertising he used to.
We have the same 5th in Bijan Robinson and the same 1st in Christian McCaffrey. It's those other 3 names that we don't agree on and have very different names in our list, but neither of us included
top 5 running backs
on our list, which I'm really shocked.
I'll give you my list. Number 5
on the outside looking in at 6th.
Jonathan Taylor.
Because he is a
number 4, Austin
Eckler,
Eckler.
Who can make you pay.
Number 3, Christian McCaffrey. Number 2, Alvin Kamara. Number 1, Josh Jacobs.
Saquon Barkley. You can't argue with any of those. There's a lot of good backs, it turns out, around the National Football League. tankinis, bikinis, monokinis. Walmart is the best kept secret for stylish summer swimwear. Make a splash with hot summer essentials like beach bags, sandals, and more. Find your style at Walmart.
There's a lot that could
put on your ass.
The all-new Honda
Put on your ass, my nigga.
True, it's got class,
All that ass,
passenger space, and clean, thoughtful design and intuitive technology. But what really sets the Prologue apart from the competition is that it's more than an
guys.
Honda, the power of
I couldn't even stop rolling my straight pass with the fly.
to learn more.
Fuck is up with the defense, bro?
ESPN has recently launched ESPN Experiences Take Me Out to the Ballparks tour. Super cool. It is set for Labor Day weekend. Stops include Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium, and Citizens Bank Park, with an exclusive tour of ESPN headquarters of those three ballparks. That's insane. I can't try to get in this thing since I'm an ESPN employee, but you guys definitely should. I would be if something's not working out here at ESPN. I'm no longer an ESPN employee between now and then, Brandon. I'm going to try to get in this thing. All you have to do is visit experiences.espn.com to secure your spot. So very cool little promo there from our friends here at ESPN. Home team Brandon Leak filling in for Ian Fitzsimmons tonight. You can find him at
Home Team B Leak. That's L.
Really, nigga.
And you can find me, Amber Wilson, at Amber W Sports. Amber and Ian is presented to you, as always, by Progressive Insurance. What do we do at this time? Every single night, we find out what is a big deal and what is not a big deal.
It's making headlines.
Thank you. Interception.
Read all about it. But is it a big deal or not a big deal with Amber and Ian?
And our producer, James Steele. Hello, James.
Hi. So I don't know if you noticed, while you're doing that read, Matlack and I were celebrating a little bit. It's because without any kind of prompting, you did that read at the 32 mark of every hour. So,
did I really?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Really disciplined stuff.
Yeah, very disciplined.
Wow.
We were talking about it was like your perfect game.
I hope our programming director is listening.
You did it at 7:32, and then without any prompting.
Integrity, Uranaga.
Without any prompting, you did it at 8:32, and then we started talking. Like, should we tell her? Because we don't want to mess up the perfect game.
You don't want to mess with the no-no in the dugout. You stay as far away from Amber as you can.
Yes! He's gone!
A pilot plane in the routine, takeoff, high altitude, and landing.
Wow, I'm impressed with myself. Look at that. Wow, is what they call me.
All right, but yeah, so that's just a little behind the scenes there.
Now here's all the things you did wrong, starting with...
Yeah, right?
No, that's in our listening session. The odds to win NBA Rookie of the Year have shown since the start of Summer League, with Zach Edey now the consensus betting favorite at sportsbooks, but the most popular pick by bettors so far is a massive long shot with a famous last name. Do you know who I'm going to say? More bets have been placed on Bronny James to win.
Let's try it again. Again.
At multiple sports books.
Got 4 points right now.
Bronny has
Let's try it again.
In 4 of the bets placed on the Rookie of the Year market at ESPN Bet. BetMGM reported taking $1,000 at 250 to 1 on July 6th from a bettor in Ontario. And DraftKings said that only Edey had attracted more money wagered than James.
No, I was going to try it.
So Amber, big deal, not a big deal. Then Bronny James is a betting, not a favorite, but, a
hot betting commodity for the Rookie of the Year.
I didn't say that, right?
Yeah, this is a stupid deal, is what this is. People love to lose money. Why are you betting on Bronny James for Rookie of the Year? Even if, Brandon, you think Bronny James is going to be
defensive pass interference. I will take it.
He's not going to get much of an opportunity to do that in his rookie year. He's going to be spending the huge, overwhelming majority of this year, maybe all of it, in the G League. So he's not going to be winning Rookie of the Year in the NBA. That ain't how it works. You've got to be putting your money on somebody that you're going to see play a lot in the NBA, and that's not going to be the son of LeBron James for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's just not. Maybe they'll roll him out there for a couple games so he can play with Pops, but come on, that's about it.
Play a lot. Is he going to play 82 games? Is he going to play 60? Is he going to play 40? Is he going to play 20? We don't even know how many
He's gonna
games he's going to play. How many times will he be up and down? Will he be in the G League for most of the year? Will he be in the G League at the beginning of the year? Will he get sent down? I mean, to be Rookie of the Year, I mean, that's just somebody, in my opinion, that's one of those value pick wagers, and I don't think this is a big deal. It's just somebody looking for
176. I'm trying to get a 250 yards in there.
Yeah, it's a long-shot, good value. You just throw a couple bucks on it.
It's not a good value, though. It's a stupid value. Like, you're still throwing away money.
Unless he wins.
But it's not happening. It's not.
We don't know
like
that.
Victor Wembanyama won Rookie of the Year, right? Like, he's the face of an entire franchise. Well, that's what you're up against. The star of an entire franchise. It's Bronny James.
I just had to just throw it up so I didn't take a sack. I didn't want to throw it up. I just had to get it out of there so I didn't take a sack.
Rookie season, he's not even going to get the opportunity to show us if he could do that.
Bronny's team now. His dad's just along for the ride. Tiger Woods said he didn't do much right while posting an 8/79 in the first round of the Open Championship at Royal Troon Golf Course on Thursday, which left him in danger of missing the cut in his third straight major for only the second time in his career. Woods, a three-time winner of the Claret Jug, is tied for 138th after the opening round, 14 strokes behind leader Daniel Brown. Golfers, basically with 30 scores, will probably make the 36-hole cut. Home team, big deal, not a big deal that Tiger looks like he's going to miss another cut.
This is not a big deal. The man has 1 foot and a bad back, and we all know it. He knows it. Can you say he will never, ever, ever win another major? We don't know. He's Tiger Woods, and he has done the incredible before, but he is a man with physical impairments. Now, as he is getting ready to go into his 50s, we know this. He knows this. The golfers out there at major tournaments know this, so this is not a big deal.
Today's round was only the 10th that he completed in a PGA Tour event this season. He has competed in only 5 official events as he continues, of course, to rebuild his strength from all of those injuries. Brandon also mentioned his age. This isn't, by the way, the first time that he's missed the cut, or potentially here, missed the cut 3 consecutive times for 3 consecutive majors. The other time that he did that was back in 2015. He missed the cut for the U.S. Open, the Open, and the PGA Championship. So it has happened before. It has happened a long time ago. Since 2015, we know about all the injuries that he suffered, and of course the age as well. This is not a big deal, like Brandon said. He is not the same guy. He still absolutely has a place in golf. He is still in part the face of this thing, and always will be, because of the incredible career he has had. But him making the cut is a story. That's what we're all hoping for, and it's not going to happen each and every time. Him winning majors, I don't even think that's
I'm good at conversation
anymore, frankly.
All right, reigning NFL MVP Lamar Jackson is challenging Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback Troy Aikman's use of their shared number 8 in a U.S. Patent and Trademark Office complaint, according to federal records. Jackson, who owns or has applied for several trademarks using the number in various phrases, says Aikman's attempt to use 8 on apparel and bags would be, quote, likely to cause confusion or cause mistake or to deceive the purchasing public as to whether they're buying products from Jackson or Aikman's company. Jackson's attorney said in July 9 filings. Amber, big deal, not a big deal that Lamar Jackson and Troy Aikman going head-to-head for the number 8.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big deal. I'm surprised that Jackson has these trademarks, frankly. I mean, they're not typically hard to get, but in terms of the number 8 and there's variations of the trademark 8 that he has gotten trademarks in, and I'm surprised that the USPTO issued them, because, of course, there are other quarterbacks who have worn this number who also would have been selling merchandise and all sorts of stuff that would fall into this category, and of course Aikman is one of them. So now he's going after Aikman. But this is, I mean, all of this is in real time. It's a very big deal, because essentially Lamar Jackson's suing Troy Aikman then over these trademarks and the usage of products that Aikman is selling.
Yeah, this is a big deal. 2 quarterbacks, high-profile quarterbacks. One guy was a cowboy. One guy in the prime of his career, a 2-time MVP. a guy who is electric and a guy who played for one of the greatest runs in a Super Bowl era with the Cowboys, and then to be beefing over what it is, the trademark rights for the number 8. Yeah, you have to use your attorneys when things in matters of business get together, but I would just think this shows there's no relationship at all. They don't know each other, and this is about strictly business. So, yeah, this is a big deal that 1-8, the younger 8, is trying to stop the older 8 from getting any money business messed up as they move forward and try to sell merchandise.
I mean, it's a very interesting deal from, like, the nerdy lawyer in me, because, again, like, I'm just now hearing about this, so I'm just trying to review this in real time. But Jackson has several trademarks that he's applied for with the number 8, like Era 8 by Lamar Jackson. Era 8. All those sorts of things. These are all trademarks that have been applied for by Lamar Jackson. And so now he's challenging Aikman's use of 8. Both of them have worn the number 8 for their entire careers, including their college careers as well. Obviously, Troy Aikman did that before Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson saying, though, he went after these trademarks before Troy Aikman. That doesn't always matter when it comes to the common law usage of trademarks. But anyways, this is sort of just a generally interesting deal, and them filing.
That was not the right play call I wanted, but I'll take it.
See how this shakes out.
Who is the all-time greatest 8?
Steve Young?
Is it Kobe?
I mean, 8's been a good number in sports.
Cal Ripken Jr., right? He was 8.
That's a good 8.
There's some 8s. Doesn't Mike Greenberg have like an entire book about this?
Alex Ovechkin? Who?
Isn't that Greeny and Hembo's book?
Probably.
Isn't it?
I haven't read it.
Don't they have an entire book with sports numbers? Or am I making that up? And all they do is determine the best sports number. Isn't this their book? Did we just steal their book? I think
that's right. They didn't send any up here, so...
Yeah, if we got a free copy, maybe we can look it up.
That's true. Like, where are our signed copies from Greeny and Hembo? But, all right, just like, why don't you give your brother here at ESPN Radio a little copy of your book?
Andrews, you are not that slow. What the hell?
I don't know.
This would be an entire chapter, I would imagine, in that book. I'm sure they determined in that book who is the ultimate 8.
Oh, I smell a sequel.
Here we are, having no idea because we don't have a copy of their book.
We'll write our own book.
Yogi Berra.
Then they'll be suing us
Good 8.
for infringement.
I don't have anything else.
Coming up next here, Amber and Ian. I'm shocked you threw in a legal story at the end. A big deal, not a big deal.
Sometimes you gotta, I didn't throw in your host a bone, you know?
I mean, if you had given me any opportunity to prepare for that, or given me any heads up that this story exists,
I just threw it away because I didn't like that play call.
45-minute rant, so it's probably a good thing that you didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming up next here on Amber and Ian, with home team filling in for Ian tonight, James Steele revealed earlier that he had quite the fright when he was home alone the other night. We're going to get into that on ESPN Radio.
This episode is brought to you by PwC. When unprecedented times are all the time, it's time to start walking the talk. Leaders like you turn to PwC to see and stay ahead. Upskill your workforce, use intelligent automation, and transform big ideas into breakthrough reinvention. Explore the human-led tech-powered solutions that help you reinvent. It's all part of the new equation. Learn more at pwc.com.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600.
What the fuck? I'm not done the video game!
Gallon at the pump with fuel.
Why is this happening?
And more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Roll along here on Amber and Ian. Home team Brandon Leak filling in for Ian tonight. James Steele, our producer, he has been home alone the last week of his life, which means no wife and no small children. And he has 3 children at home, so it's a quiet house compared to what James is used to. So he was telling us this story off air where he had quite the fright the other night when you were home alone. And I gotta be honest, James, the story made me feel better because I felt like this only applied to women.
Why would Skip Bayless go back to ESPN? They don't want him.
When you're home alone by yourself. But a grown man like yourself with a 2-foot-long beard can still be intimidated by a Batman doll, which is what the story amounts to.
Yeah, so my wife and kids are okay. They just, went to Pennsylvania.
You made it sound like they left them.
Did I make it sound like they,
they're
left
fine.
you?
There was no mention of vacation, I can tell you that much.
Well, I'm still married.
Packed up, and they left.
Family
still
left.
married. Everything's fine, okay?
James is living in a van down by the river.
James, it's a safe place. You can tell us, brother.
So I got home last night.
You can apply that.
I haven't been sleeping very well, so I took a ZQuil. And I got ready for bed, and I turned out all the lights, and I turned out the light in the bedroom, and our bedroom door looks right into my son's bedroom door, and a couple...
Zach Allen and Ronnie Poe. Let's go. Barnes. Let's go, actually.
So it's
it's no McDuffie and Allen. Let's get it, baby.
And it's just sitting right in the middle of his room. And so I turn my light out, I have my phone light on, and I walk around to my side of the bed, and as I do that, my light sweeps across the doorways, and all I see is this 3-foot tall black figure standing right in the middle of my son's bedroom door, and it's Batman, but my brain doesn't know that it was just a sweep across, and so it freaked me out, and I ended up going and closing all the doors in my house and turning off the fan so that I could hear better, and turning down the air purifier
because you were gonna get attacked.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Batman. Obviously debunked everything very quickly, but it doesn't stop the mind from wandering as to
wow, are you fucking serious?
Even the dog wasn't upstairs because she hates the thunder. Mabel hates thunder and the storms.
Some attack dog that is.
Yeah,
you gotta have the first line of
She's
defense.
13. I don't even know if she hears the storm.
Well, you're not gonna get robbed by the thunder.
That's true, but I don't know what's happening up there because she's downstairs hiding. So I didn't have my protector dog to alert me if something was going wrong, and so I was pretty scared, and I shut all the doors, and I turned down all the noises to try to make sure I could get some sleep.
I don't think you should be shamed, because that's a heck of an admission that the dark night that you could see across from your bedroom to your son's bedroom in the still of the night. You're turning everything off, so there's got to be 400 degrees in there with a thunderstorm going on. That's a great admission, man. I think you could help a lot of people right now.
Wow, guys.
A lot of people. Okay, here's the thing. At the Dark Knight,
I just want to know what plays Madden 23 because the tackling in this game sucks. At least it's better than Madden 24.
It's a large toy, but you are a grown man. So you're concerned that something that is a few feet tall is taking you on? I don't.
Right, so
there's a 3-foot tall burglar in your house.
A little bit of a backstory on this. A little bit of a backstory is maybe a month ago, Oscar started telling us that there was a girl in his room at night.
Oscar's 4.
Oscar's 5.
For context, or 5. Sorry, he's 5.
Yeah. So. There, that kind of creeps into your mind there too, where your kid is telling you there's a girl watching him in the middle of the night. We debunked that too. It was like a Sonic the Hedgehog Funko Pop, and you could just see the eyes, and it was a whole thing.
Okay, I was going home here.
I was going home at night after the show, and going into I like to make sure everyone's okay when I get home, and I go and I give him a kiss on the head, and I would do a quick sweep and take pictures with my phone while I was in his room, just to make sure I wasn't maybe he was seeing something, and we had
ghosts.
Yeah, and there was a ghost in there.
I mean, you have put down Sonic the Hedgehog and the 3-foot Dark Knight.
I mean, we're just eliminating things now to make sure that there's it's been a whole thing.
I feel like the lesson here is that you need to remove all the creepy toys from your 5-year-old son's bedroom. I feel like your son has a creepy bedroom going on.
Did you ever see a normal toy? Sonic Funko Pop is a fairly normal thing. It's fine. Just some misunderstandings here going on in the house.
Did you ever see the movie Poltergeist? The horror film from a long time ago with the clown?
The classic.
Your son doesn't have a clown in his room. The Dark Knight can be a figure depending on how the light comes in on him, but you don't want a clown sitting in a chair and it's thundering in the light.
No, clowns are terrifying. Yeah, clowns are terrifying. A 3-foot clown would be terrifying. I would get.
Oh, I mean, I would have.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is going on? I can't understand why I'm struggling. I haven't been on the sticks for 2 days, and I feel like I've been playing for 2 weeks.
You're sort of up.
It's only 2 days.
Sold the house.
I've been on the sticks for 2 days. There's no way I'm not in the mood.
Should there be shame if the dog does the dirty work? Because I have 2 dogs, and I would expect them to bark. So if they're not barking, I would defer to their senses and their heightened senses of there's somebody or something that shouldn't be going on here. So if I hear something, but the dogs are sleeping, they don't move, then
then you're cool.
Lay down.
No, you're cool if your dog is like your dogs are younger. I assume.
Yes, they're 4 and 3.
Yeah, so then you're cool. Then you're good. That's exactly how I used to be with my dogs as well. Now I'm in James's boat. Now I have 1 dog because my other 2 passed away, and he's an oldie. And so you can't, when the older that they get, and he's still, he'll still give you a bark, he'll still scare you, okay? And nobody try nothing, all right? But I'm saying that when they're older, you don't necessarily trust the hearing to the same degree because you're like, did they just not hear what I just heard, or are they letting me know it's cool?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Mabel's like half deaf. She was also downstairs terrified of thunder, so there was no help there. I just want to say there was no help. And she's like going to be 13, and she's not the protector she used to be.
My dogs saved me once. I had 3 dogs. They were large dogs, me and my husband collectively. And when I lived in Miami, I had a house in Miami. These 2 dudes tried to break into my house in Miami. It was like 1 in the morning. They tried to come through the window straight up. My dogs went down there and went.
I had it.
And these dudes skedaddled.
Did they have on a Dark Knight uniform? Because
they did not have on Dark Knight. They were legit. They weren't 3 feet tall. They were actually terrifying men.
That is wild. So good for you. You had some good doggies to protect the household.
Yeah, man, the dogs did it. The dogs did it. And I had like an alarm system and everything, but it didn't. It was the dogs that like the second they heard the second the dogs like went up against the window and like they saw how much dog I had in that house, they were like, nope, out ya.
Well, there you go. Good mommy and daddy teaching to the dogs. Everybody's a family, and that's good.
Yes, we gotta stop on 4th down. Let's go.
She seems like she's got some work to do there. Protecting James.
Retired.
She's retired from doing her job. She's like, yeah, he can fend for himself against the 3-foot tall Batman. He'll figure it out. Coming up.
Yeah. Embarrassing. No, wrong person. Damn it, I was trying to throw it to fucking Olave. That's not what I wanted to do. I was throwing at R1. The fuck, bro? Damn it. Damn it! That is not what I wanted! Ah! I was in a groove! Why is this shit fucking happening? I'm not bad at video games! God damn, bro. I'm not bad at video games! Why does this shit keep happening? Ay. This is embarrassing. Whoa! Oh, you fucking serious. Ugh. Yeah! Yeah, shit.
Yes, get the block, breaks a tackle down the sideline, and Deontay Hardy is gone.
That is exactly what we needed. Hey. Yeah, okay. There was no rivalry to begin with. Let's go! Bounced on that kick. I really need to stop throwing shit. Like, it is not that fucking serious. And this is why women don't take me seriously. Damn, they snap that shit fast. Ow!
Duffy, what an interception!
Yes, improved catching. Yeah, just go down, Taylor. Said charge employer with failing to update address on state sex offender registry. Ew! 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 Oh, gross! Gross! He's a sex offender. Oh God, that's gross! Oh, why did I do that? Ugh. 5 picks. How many yards? How many yards do I need? 350. What? Nigga! I got plenty of time to get to 350 yards. It's for game plan, so it's not nothing serious, but. Alright. Gotta go for the field goal. That sucked. Yes, the Buccaneers are losing. McDuffie's in the zone. Oh, you gotta be serious. What the hell? As soon as he gets to the zone, gets knocked out. What the fuck? 500. In Raleigh, North Carolina. Bull City versus Cherry. Well, that sucked. Oh, not that bullshit again. Please, no. Single coverage, easy. Yes, sir!
And in the end zone, touchdown,
New Orleans. And time for the greedy. The greedy. Sit down version. Over 290 passing yards. Wow. It's literally almost 200. 535 yards. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. No. Are you shaking to death? Fuck. Doink. Yep. Whoa. Oh? Well, that would have... Oh, shut up. I'm trying to watch my game. Okay, I can make a noise. The fuck? Shut up. Shut up. I'm in the video. Doing the video. Shut up. Yeah, damn. I always wanted to have the center of attention. That's why. Oh yeah, that would have been a bad fail, but it's hilarious how high the ball bounced. Oh, now you want to shut up now. Huh, lovely. As soon as I say something, oh, I'm in the wrong. But when somebody else says something, they shut up. Bullshit. Fucking pathetic. He's like, you can't talk to my kids like that. Like, don't act like you used to do that shit to me when I was a kid, so don't even act. Don't even cat. I'm already in a salty mood right now. I'm already in a salty mood right now. Y'all do not want to piss me off to death. Nigga, what? Oh, you gotta be fucking serious? 500 yards? Are you serious? I've been hearing that shit all the time when I'm sleeping. I mean, they have kids running downstairs. I ain't trying to hear that shit now. Ah, damn, bro. You making this, you really? I'm like, it's because it's my fucking room. I would do what the fuck I want. It's my fucking room. Did y'all pick this place up? No. Me and Khadijah did. So if we want to make noise in our rooms, we can make noise in our fucking rooms. You can't say shit. You're a guest. So keep your mouth shut, bitch. And he's like, you can't talk to people like that. I am tired of people not fucking respect me, so if I have to be nasty just to get a fucking point across, I'm gonna be nasty, Gary. Ooh, yes. Yes, and I got a woman in the bar. Oh, wow, it's late in the fourth quarter, too. That's a huge play, because, yeah, they definitely got to go for it. What? Y'all gave up a first down to a fullback. What the fuck? Lovely. Ew. Happy birthday, Ramon. Mama. What up, boo? I I'm sorry, Ramona. I would have been like, y'all even want to find somebody else. I wouldn't work on my birthday. Fuck that. I had to deal with that shit a lot when I was at a very job for. I used the bathroom. I don't particularly care about NBA today. I just want to. Oh, ow. Shit. Literally what? Man, I wish you would listen to me for once! Oh my god, that feels so good. Oh, that felt so good. Oh shit, that feels good. My boy Brian, sexy ace. Ooh, I can come with ugly man. Let's go defense, let's go. On that last possession. What? You serious right now, bro? Really? You let him mosh you like that, bro? What the hell? Come on. Come on, guys. On 4th and 17, you give up that? What the hell, bro? That was a pick. For the love of God, stop fucking running. This is not a playpen. No sense running. Shit, I'm so damn stupid. It's outside. Run outside. There's a little patch of grass over there, across the street. Just run over there. Not in the house. I had to deal with that shit last night when my downstairs neighbor's kids were doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit again. Let's go for the dagger with Jefferson. Actually, no one was open. Perfect. One more. Ayuk. What? Niggas, go down. That was a Toddy. How do you let that shit happen, bro? Nice job, huh? His furlong's 58 yards. Let's go! Ball game! One timeout. Run the clock out real quick. Run the ball. So we're gonna go down. I'm not even trying to score. I'm just trying to kill the clock. Alright. Well, I did want to score, but that puts it away. Fucking bull rush my guy. Her nickname is Momo. Yes! I'm weak. Yeah. What a play! Last time you was running, you hit your head. You need to stop. Yes! Ball game! Dan wouldn't play at 17, but I still got the dub. Ronnie Poe picks it off, and that'll do it. Ball game! Saints win a high scoring affair, 51-42. Damn. Three overall boosts. Well, two, but three, including that +1 for Moran. for some reason. Three overall boost for Jerry Rose. Let's go. Oh, we were playing on the road this time.
For the first time this season, it is a CFL doubleheader. We kick things off in the nation's capital where all eyes are on the Elks, and then we head west to Regina for a western clash between the Blue Bombers and the Saskatchewan Riders. Rough Riders, it's Friday Night Football on TSN.
Let's get it, baby. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, YouTube, but you're gonna have to deal with this. It's Friday Night Football tonight. Let's go.
With Chris Jones officially out, Jarius Jackson moves from the booth to the field, making his head coaching debut tonight. And the Elks have to be better in so many places, especially defensively, because guys like Drew Brown coming off a career high 480 yards against the Elks on the weekend. It is a rematch of Sunday's showdown, a quick turnaround to say the least. And as we mentioned, it's a double dip on Friday night for the first time this season. Keeping us alongside Enoch Mwamba, David Sanchez.
Thank you, finally, somebody said it.
For this very fascinating first game. And as I said, Chezzy, all eyes on the Elks. They have yet to win a game this season.
Matt Dunnigan will be on the call of game 2 of the game 1 will be Dustin Nielsen and Glenn Sitter. Marshall Ferguson and Matt Dunnigan will be on game 2 of the doubleheader.
Why McLeod Bethel Thompson is the starting quarterback and not Trey Ford? It's not because of Chris Jones. It's because Mac Beth is the best quarterback on that team. That being said, that man right there, Trey Ford, he won't play tonight. He'll be in the game at some point because I think Jarius Jackson's smart enough guy to know that this guy can get something they need, and he'll be out there at some point in form or fashion. Well, a boost Blacks got last week from the Lord, Khalil Pimpleton. 4 catches, 153 yards, a touchdown. He gave them that dynamite big play guy that they haven't had. I think he's a perfect fit for what they're trying to do on offense. I can't wait to watch him tonight at home.
Coach, you're talking about the big plays, and this is what this team, the Edmonton Elks, have to prevent tonight. Drew Brown is playing with a lot more confidence. He's throwing the ball with a lot more confidence. This defense needs to do a better job.
I thought it was the other one. Whoa, there's a tech outage. Whoa.
Defensive line coach on our defense.
I haven't been in that much.
Pressure they're going to apply, and they will need to do that to Drew Brown so that they can be effective.
We will see if the change at the top makes any difference to this Elks team. And it's very interesting as we take a look at history here. We look back
back to 2022 in the QB comparison, the Elks have gone 8-33. Trey Ford has accounted for 5 of those wins.
Ew, just gross. That's some bad football. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
Right after this.
Breaking news from the CFL, the Edmonton Elks have fired general manager.
That's not even breaking news. Everyone was expecting it.
Up on this year. It's time to try to turn this thing around. We're going to do everything in our power to get our first win and get this thing going in the right direction. The players that they believe.
Yeah, Hall of Fame game in 2 weeks. Bears Texans.
We're excited. We're excited for his opportunity, and we want to make the most of it.
I hate the fact that people are losing power and the tech is down. I hate that. Who the hell is texting me? Okay. Great. I'm in my room though. I'm not screaming out in the entire world. I understand what you're saying. Stuff like I just have to hear it every night. I have to hear kids downstairs running. That's why I don't like hearing it. Man, I'm tired of people always fucking getting mad at me for shit, but I can't have any. I got phone thing because I'm tired of this shit. Look, I know I was trying not to be much of an ass. I was explaining. No, I was trying to explain myself. No. I have to hear it every night when the downstairs kids do it. That's why I don't like hearing it. I am not a dick.
Welcome, Abbotsford, BC. This is your chance to win big. Thanks, Dave, on Boost Millions. This return for a touchdown. You can win groceries for kickoffs, returns for touchdowns in this game. You can also win $1 million. Good luck, Kenneth. Let's get you to Ottawa.
That's some fucking bullshit, bro.
After the Red Blacks played their first ever game at TD Place, a memorable 1-2. It ended in a victory, and they celebrate their 10th anniversary. They continue again a team they just beat 5 days ago dramatically, and because of that loss by the Edmonton Elks, Matt Dunnigan, it led to changes. Chris Jones fired as head coach and GM, and the interim head coach is Jarius Jackson, no stranger to the CFL, 20 years in, 9 as a player, 11 as a coach, including some time earlier with Chris Jones winning a Grey Cup in Edmonton. And Bob Dice can relate to what Jackson's going through. Twice he has taken over on an interim basis, and this is his second full-time season as head coach of the Red Blacks, who with that victory on Sunday are 3-2.
Yeah, that's right. This guy's led us to those 3 victories. And earlier day last week, you heard Kate mention it, 400 yards pass, and needed every one of them, particularly the last 29, to set up Lewis Ward for his chip shot to win it. And this guy...
So every time I say something, I'm always in the ground. What the fuck, bro?
This year, he knows how to win. They've been close to knocking on the door. See if they can't crack the code tonight.
so mad at him, bro.
And Darius Pickett back with Tobias Harris for this opening kickoff. The Elks won the toss. They have the
bullshit, man.
The ball didn't get started Friday night football.
Bullshit,
A double hitter off the foot of Boris Beatty. And it comes down to Pickett on this kick return. If you're wondering about Devontae Detman, he got hurt last Sunday in Edmonton. Is not playing tonight.
Yeah, and we have the privilege of watching a lot of quarterbacks grow up in front of us, and it's been a privilege of so far this year watching Drew Brown take a hold of this football team, this franchise, and learn on the fly in front of our eyes. And what we saw last week was very impressive. He's kind of getting accustomed to
division, Jets leading the division, Chiefs leading the division, Packers leading the division, Saints leading the division,
A final drive for a game-winning field goal, and that's what happened last Sunday. Throwing in first down, and the intended receiver is their leading receiver, Justin Hardy, but it is knocked away, and it's incomplete second down.
Well, he's lost because
I know we get to see a lot of young quarterbacks
one more loss.
Figure it out on the fly. We get some veteran right tackles, and Rudy draws in at right tackle, and he's in as Dante Bull is healthy enough to dress. Kolios is out, and then we've got this guy Pimpleton, who's absolutely unbelievable last week in Armstead. He's a pleasure to watch, rookie, making it happen.
Pimpleton had 4 catches for 170 yards. Here now on the 34, and second and 10. Movement in front, it's caught, and that is Khalil Pimpleton. Sorry, 4 catches, 153, and the longest of 70 for a touchdown last week.
Yeah, you heard James talk about him in the studio, just absolutely on fire and explosive. They need that. Pimpleton's right here. He's going to run a deep corner and watch him. Ball's thrown right now. He's not open. He's completely covered. Just spotted beautifully by Drew Brown moving the sticks early.
Gain of 21 up to midfield to the Red Blacks. Opening possession. Week 7. Here's Brown to throw again. Third straight time. It is caught. The rookie Nick Martin.
Fucking bullshit, because he has a lot of requirements. You know that shit, you was not in your room. It's because it's my fucking room. Like, I was screaming, and I don't know what's open so they
all
can hear
those
me.
things, all the above. Jason Sharver's going to get an order. Hoopman, big addition with them. Morgan in the middle, absolutely an animal, tackling machine on the back end. You got a free safety, and Lucius Purifoy is going to try to handle these young DBs and communicate and get in the right spots.
So a gain of 5. Brown to Martin. 3 straight passes for Drew Brown to start this off. Coming up a big week on Sunday. He swings out of Braylon Addison has the catch. Turns it up and gets another Ottawa first down. They're in the Edmonton zone. Mentioned Drew Brown, Matty, last week, right up until the end. He had a big day slinging the ball.
He really did. It's good to see Dominic Rhymes come to life at his biggest game of the season thus far. This guy, 70 yards right here, running away from everybody. And it was explosive. 480 yards for the guy making. Just tell you what, the sun's up and capitalize on those opportunities every last second on the clock.
From the Edmonton 43, throwing off to the right, it is Pimpleton on that hitch. And he does good work to bring a tackle by Kai Gray and pick up something for it inside the 40.
Yeah, Drew Brown, he joins a pretty hefty list right there. Adventure quarterback Trevor Harris, Henry Burris, Hall of Famer. Trevor Harris now with Saskatchewan lit it up, and we know he can knife with the best of them. And
Damn, 500 yards, franchise record for Henry Burris. Shit.
Drew Brown just his 6th start. There's Hank's name.
We called his first game together in 1990.
We did his first start. That's right, with the Calgary Stampeders in Montreal.
Special. A guy like this kid, number 3.
Just inside the 40 to 39 is the second and 6. Brown, nothing but passes his opening drive. A look down, being caught. Dominic Rhymes inside the 5. First and goal, Ottawa. Rhymes coming up.
If I had money, I would be able to do it on FanDuel, but I don't, so I'm stuck having to watch it this week. Ugh, fucking hell. Something not the old people money, man.
Right there, separates from the DB, the ball's there, and they're knocking on the door. Drew Brown, beautiful drive. Get some help from Pimpleton on that last first and 10. Broke a couple tackles, put him in second and manageable. Now they're knocking on the door.
Fucking bullshit, man.
It was a gain of 36. Rhymes last week, 7 catches, 131 yards.
Can't fucking tell me shit like that. Motherfucker, having little kids fucking running up and down. I can hear that shit at 4 in the fucking morning when I'm trying to listen to my music and go to sleep. goddamn bullshit, man.
That was the first running play of it. Another touchdown for Armstead and an early lead for Ottawa.
Run like a hot knife through butter. And it was just stop us if you can, and they can't. It's been a problem for Edmonton all season thus far. So, on the first drive, the Ottawa Red Blacks give the Edmonton Elks a lot of what they did just 5 minutes ago in Commonwealth. Beautiful first drive. The way you want to start the game.
Right, Will Armstead, his first year in the CFL, capping off a 7-play, 76-yard drive in 3.5 minutes with a 3-yard run for his second touchdown of the season. And Drew Brown picking up where he left off last week in Commonwealth.
Yeah, it's fine as long as you're there coming corner routes. And one of them did it, the last one it rhymes. But the throws in between were impressive because our timing, the receivers had something to do with it. Very accurate. Just a heck of a start from Drew Brown, picking up where he left off with that 29-yarder to set up Lewis last week for the victory. Strike ride.
Why does she keep doing this?
Almost looked like Skelly. Drew Brown just back there knifing. Edmonton's defense and secondary, which is really young, got a lot of second-year players still trying to figure out, learn how to communicate. That's the play I was talking about. Addison catching the ball underneath, and he passed it for a push-off on Brett, and Ryan's got away with one, an easy walk-in touchdown for the new guy. Ryan.
5 completions to 4 different receivers. There is an injured member of the Edmonton Elks down. That is Sam Achimpong, defensive lineman. His second year with Edmonton, started his career with the Toronto Argonauts. And so, well, he gets some attention. The Red Blacks and their defense getting ready to come on the field. After the work of their offense, right down they went. Capped off by Armstead after a lot of effective passing by Drew Brown.
Well, that worked. Some fucking bullshit, bro. It's like anytime I have a problem with something, it never works. Yeah, what a return. Gain of 41! Ah, my chest. What the hell?
That is Sam Achimpong in a lot of pain down on the field here at TD Place. And still getting attention from the training staff of the Edmonton Elks. So look at what happened on that touchdown play by Ottawa.
Yeah, and he's right here, Rod. Defensive lineman, and you're watching Ruby, and he's going to come down, and he's going to actually fall on him, and there lies the problem. He gets rolled up on, keep your eyes on Ruby, it falls right here, and Archibald is in a position where he can't take that blow, which you see him down on the field, and he's moving around like he's in pain. That's not pain, folks, that's frustration. So much work goes into it with your player from Wilfrid Laurier, just the realization of what just happened and the seriousness of it, and you can't speculate, but watching this young man frustrated on the field, heart goes out to him because we know what he's been through, how hard he works. So you want to be able to do your job. And friendly fire catches you.
Yeah. Some applause from the fans here at TD Place. Is the cart out for Sam Acheampong, drafted originally by the Toronto Argonauts and moving over to Edmonton in a deal last season, but hurt on that touchdown play by Ottawa at the end of their drive. And yeah, you said it, that, you know, obvious pain, but you could also sense just as he was pounding his fist down to the field, just the frustration of what this injury could mean for.
Pain's nothing there.
Yeah, young Sam Acheampong.
Frustration.
Damn, first play of the game. First fucking play of the game.
So a tough start for Jarius Jackson's Edmonton Elks in his head coaching debut, and boy, I mean, they're 0-5, Matty, but they have had some close losses.
They really have. This doesn't happen.
First fucking play of the game.
South to climb out of, but last 3 losses have been last field goals, walk-offs, and swallow because you play so close and you got to figure it out. They brought in some veteran players last week and trying to help them.
Well, Lewis Ward at the point after it was on Sunday that he was the most recent one to hurt the Elks with.
Bro, you cannot be fucking serious. I threw a pick on the first play of the game.
Those walk-off losses, they're in Hiralatu. That was a few weeks ago in Toronto, and then at BC Place, Sean White.
Yeah. Kicker poison, our kickers in the league this year and for several years now have been deadly. The battery has been unbelievable with the deep snappers, the holders, and they've just been making it count. Chris Jones, they're the brunt of those last 3 losses, and it's not getting, that's incredible. This number right here, average margin of defeat, 4 points.
And if anybody fucking threatens me, they're gonna fucking put their hands on me, I'm punching you back. I don't play that bullshit. You're not gonna fucking threaten me, then you're gonna fucking live with
The first time that Jackson was there coaching, Chris Jones had brought him in back in 14 and 15.
What the fuck, bro?
For Edmonton football, the old Edmonton.
Who's struggling with a 2-2? What the fuck,
They
man?
went to the West Final in 14, and then they went on to win the Grey Cup over the Ottawa Red Blacks back in 2015. They had seen better days. This time for Chris Jones, just not to be a struggle right from the beginning, and finally let go. And a short kickoff and coming in. Eligible football for the Red Blacks, who say they have it. Of course, on a kickoff, everybody's on side, running down, and they let that bounce around a bit. And it's Jacob Plamondon coming up with the ball. It is Edmonton ball, but that was close to disaster on special teams for the Elks.
Yeah, and it was a pooch kick, and take a look at McLeod Bethel-Thompson. You know, he's just glad it turned out the way he did. London, who's a converted defensive end running back.
Damn, took 4 people to bring it down.
That one, decent field position at the 35, but more adversity diverted there with the heads-up play by London.
So McLeod Bethel-Thompson on for the first time in this game last week, 26 and 35 for 272, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Handing off to Kevin Brown. They really trying to get him going. 35 yards.
Oh, wow, he missed.
That has been his game average.
You suck.
So far this season, he was second in the CFL in rushing last year.
Yeah, and the guys that are responsible for protecting the quarterback and opening up those holes is Mark Corte, 6-year player from the University of Alberta. You got Brett Boyko on the right-hand side. He's healthy now and playing right tackle. Kevin Brown got a line out. Hershey Ayala. Hey, Hershey, when you get inside the red zone, that's what McLeod Bethel-Thompson's looking for. 4 TDs on the season.
Second and 8 now, and throwing.
What the hell? Come on. How was that a flag, bro?
With the catch, but not nearly enough.
I was selecting plays.
Just get it up to the 40. Punting unit, and Jake Julian is coming on.
Go check down Charlie there for his.
Come on.
Big receiver, 24th catch of the season now. Not enough for the first down, so momentum early.
I guess that was karma.
Back for it, Tobias.
Fuck you!
As mentioned, Devontae Dedmon injured last week. He has a hip injury. Not in the lineup tonight. Their star.
Oh, come on.
Jake Julian, after 52.5 yards of punts, and it leads the league.
I was going to say base punting and net. Yeah, over 40 yards net. Julian, right now.
Come on! How do you underthrow a seam route?
He's concentrating.
How do you underthrow
Ow. He's going to have to boom it a little bit further, too. He's standing back at the 20. Morris is standing at the
That's fucking lovely.
20 and backing up a little bit.
I am not losing to a 2-win team. Shit is not happening. Fucking embarrassing, bro. And then he was like, why don't you shut up and calm down? Like, I'm trying to make money here. And this shit is not looking good for me. Because no one wants to see anybody who play bad in video games. Because I can see now in the comment section, like, oh my god, this guy is so angry all the time. He needs to go take some help. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm trying to make some money here, and I'm not trying to fuck up and show any bad plays to my viewers.
63-yard punt, Jake Julian. But the work by Drew Brown the first time he had the ball. 5 for 6, 73 yards, leading to a touchdown and a 7-0 Red Blacks lead.
Oh, now you give me the damn spin animation. Ow.
The action with CFL Game Zone. Play games with prizes and connect with fans from across the world. Join the ultimate CFL fan experience today at gamezone.cfl.ca.
Get off me. Good. Because I wouldn't want him on ESPN because he's a douche.
American Ninja Warrior is back.
Who wants to watch that anymore? American Ninja Warrior is still around? I thought that shit died like 5 years ago.
Rod Smith, Matt Dunnigan, Claire Hanna back at TD Place for the start of Friday Night Football, a doubleheader tonight. At the start of Week 7, the Red Blacks lead by 7.
Oh my. What the fuck, bro? Negative 7 yards? What the fuck?
Who was tackled for a slight loss on that play, taken down by the new strong side linebacker, Derek Moncrief.
Okay, that sent me further back down the field than I want.
Something that the Elks are continuing to tinker with, particularly on the defensive side of the football, trying to
really?
find some direction and how to finish games. Not a bad start there, attacking for no gain.
They spot right back at where they were at the 15, so it is a 2nd and 10. Ottawa. Just the second running play they've had so far. The other was a touchdown by Armstead. Back to pass and 2nd and long.
Hey, you.
Rid of it barely in the area of Jalen Acklin, and Darius Bratton was dangerously close as well, as Brown was lucky under the pressure from his end zone just to get rid of the football.
Yeah, we're looking at, I believe it's right here at the top of the line, and Drew's hanging on his ball, hanging on his ball, hanging on his ball. Ruby's doing all he can. Brown continues to retreat, and he aborts, throws the ball under duress. I don't think he knew he was throwing it. He was lucky to get that ball and get pick 6 on him.
So Leone from inside his 5 with some heat on does get rid of it. Javon Lake. He takes it just around midfield and he backpedals. He actually goes back inside the 45 when he is taken down. So it was a 2 and out for McLeod Bethel Thompson on that first possession. Well, after a punt of 40,
well, that sucked.
He's back on again. The Elks still looking for that elusive first win of 2024.
No one has the fucking balls over there and something. Because now I'll kick their ass. Oh man, I got spun like a motherfucking top. Even the guy on the mic was like, yeah, I think my team caused like 5 different penalties.
Back here in Ottawa, and a challenge. The first one thrown by Jarius Jackson, looking for a no yards call, Matt.
Yeah, he's got a flame here. Quarterbacks are not scared. Pull the trigger, Jerry.
Oh wow, what is
early here on this one? You see a day right there, and he certainly looks like he's within that area, possibly right here as well. And I think he's got a case on 2 accounts. We'll see.
So they review that, and just waiting for the ruling. But this would, with a penalty, put them to start their drive in the Ottawa red black zone.
Ow!
Now at the 46.
Highest ball spot indicator and trouble seeing deeper receivers.
On further review, the rolling on the field is overturned. We indeed have no yards.
No yards, kick catch interference, 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10, Edmonton.
In his head coaching debut, Jarius Jackson 1 for 1 in the challenge department.
How about it for the quarterback? Hey, coach, Jarius Jackson pulling the trigger. Not afraid? You know, he talked to us earlier on Wednesday.
Oh man, this is a deep one, but I can try it.
First thing he wants to
Alright, let's get it.
is starting field position. So they took the ball at the 30.
What the hell? That was like 23 yards?
Here they get a little help from no yards from the Red Blacks, and now they're starting out the Red Blacks 48. Not bad.
So here we go. McLeod, Bethel, Thompson.
Yeah, they're fucking throwing you on kicking your ass.
Buckley to Keno Lewis, who found Lewis more often last week. Much talked about how he needed more targets.
Come on, Fields, Bell.
When they nearly won the game.
Yeah, if you look at this receiving core as a whole, and they've been outstanding. And you get this guy going much like they did last week, and it can be scary. You just
okay.
It's impressive.
So it's 2nd down, they're inside the 40. 2nd and short. That's back to Kevin Brown. He pulls his way down to the 30, and that is a 1st down. Another one, as mentioned before, they really want to get going. Get something working with that ground game.
Yeah, exactly what you want to happen here.
Well, that fucking sucked.
Arms into a little hitch route, picks up 6 or 7.
Boy, you got fucked up.
Second manageable, and you pound it in there, let the big boys fire off.
Whoa!
That
was supposed to go to X, but I pressed circle by mistake.
Running it again. Back to Kevin Brown inside the 30 and around the 27.
Yes, finally! Shit actually works for him.
Yeah, Michael Wakefield, one of my favorites to watch. He can dominate a football game when he puts his mind to it, and he's great in the interior. He can block Santos Knox in the middle, got a little help pick it on that first and 10 play stop. On Brown, back end smart, Baltimore, 7th-year player from Maine. 0 interception, only 4 over the course of the 7-year career. I think he's going to go his way.
Backfield clears quickly off to the left for a 1st down. It is broken up. The veteran Sherrod Baltimore coming in on Dylan Mitchell, knocking it down, and that's 3rd and 7.
And that's why. He just made them. He understands the down and distance situation, and he's placing this ball top of your screen. Watch him work here. And he's looking. He sees everything break. He knows.
First time using a tight end in a while.
Just ever so slightly. He might have had his 5th career interception, 1st of the year right there at the end. Just trusting his eyes.
Oh, God.
And so Boris Beatty
what the fuck, bro?
He is
I don't know. Shit happened.
longest to 52 in the season. 1 for 2 last week. Disappointing with a shorter miss around 31 yards that could have tied the game last weekend.
Well, what the fuck, bro?
And the Elks do get on the board after Ottawa took their opening possession down for a touchdown.
They want me to go for it. But I'm taking the field goal. If I can't get a 57-yarder, there's something wrong. I think I put it too high. Fuck. Oh, made it. Well, thank you, Ayuk, for this. They, you know, gave me a late-ass animation.
This was the latest heartache for the Edmonton Elks last Sunday against Ottawa. After they had tied the game with just seconds to go, Boris Beatty kicked it out of bounds. Big penalty to set up this. One pass, Brown to Templeton to set up the winning field goal and a walk-off, and that was it for Chris Jones. Darius Jackson takes over. We sit down to field level in Clarehead.
Thank you very much, Rod. And when Darius Jackson found out that he would be taking over as interim head coach from Chris Jones, he said he was numb. He told me you never want to get this kind of an opportunity in this fashion, but it was out of his control, and right now he needs to lead not only this team and organization, but the city of Edmonton as the new head coach of Edmonton. Now, in his first meeting with the team, he said to the group, this is a new season, a new beginning. Everybody's starting with a clean slate. They can't change the fact that they're 0-5, but he wants to hold guys more accountable, take no-nonsense penalties, and more importantly, get the win.
Claire, they open up with a screen to right well Armstead and picks up the first down.
Ah, I was blocked into, damn it, ow.
So you had Darius Jackson, I think we remember him as a quarterback for the BC Lions mainly, and Toronto Argonauts briefly as well, but it's been 11 years of coaching as well since his playing career ended.
Yeah, bounced around mainly in the West, BC, Saskatchewan, Edmonton.
Okay, that was weird.
Darius is in Toronto one time, and yeah, he's no rookie when it comes to coaching. He's been around some great ones too. More on that as this game goes on.
Up to the 53 now after a gain of 13. Brown.
Alright, we got the ball back.
Taylor has him. Brown gets it.
Ow.
Looked like he was asking for a call there too. Taylor wrapping him up high and taking him down for Edmonton.
Let's try a pump block.
There's Noah right here, and he's just going to get upfield and get on the board, so to speak, you know, and get a stat here, get a quarterback sack.
Really? Why did he win?
And bang, big time play. Send it back and second and long. Playing behind the sticks, first time of the game.
Loss of 5. Noah Taylor, first year. North Carolina Tar Heels.
What did I do now?
From the Ottawa 48, and a second and 15. 5-man pressure, and it's knocked away nicely by Kai Gray. A flag comes out after that fell incomplete. Gray moving in the coverage, and the intended receiver, Dominic Rhymes.
Yeah, and I think as he tried to undercut him, he got a little too much of the body and height, and started running around for him. ISO right here. This is Rhymes on the dig.
What the hell? You're serious? Third penalty of the game? What the hell, bro? Oh, come on! How is this still happening?
Handing off to Rock Armstead. Taylor into the act again too, but Rock is able to take it down to the 40 of the pickup.
Okay, that was a weird animation.
Screen pass to start this drive.
Oh, why don't you?
16% on the season already. You know what he can do. You know
pretty crazy. What the hell? You're fucking serious.
Certainly has some speed. We saw that, but not quite enough. Is that Brown throw looking for the TV break would have been too far.
And he's going to try to get vertical, and he does. And
You're
he's on his
serious.
horse, and he is flying. The ball is ripped.
And he fucking scored. You're fucking serious right now.
It just runs out of room. Time goes incomplete. Adam, you just missed it.
Well, he impressed many, including us, with his speed, Templeton's speed. He went just down the right side of you. He ran all the angles too, and picking up that touchdown. Here's Lewis Ford.
Wow, are you fucking serious? Yep, that's in front of your done.
Oh, it takes a turn with the breeze as well. Started
3 picks, and that sucks.
to his right as Lucas Purifoy just picks up the miss in the end zone and just gives up the single point. So that one, we've seen that a couple of times, that you'd see a kick that looks like it's normally heading straight, and yet not much of a breeze here. It took a crazy turn.
We got a great look at the snap and the hold. Plenty of ball there. No problem with that hold there. It just took a hard right. Looks like the end of the season with
Callaway.
You could see the upright flags, Matty, in that replay, and the gentle breeze, but the flags at the time weren't blowing all that strong. And it really took a turn to the right on Lewis Ford. For a rare miss for the Ottawa veteran kicker. So up at the 40 after giving up the single. And Trey Ford is in at quarterback. We were told by Darius Jackson that we would see Trey Ford from time to time. They plan to get him into action. That's his first reps of the season.
Whoa.
24.
Yeah.
So many things that need to go well for the Elks.
Why did it do that?
It was a big part of their success in that 4 win.
He got his first taste of the action back in week 9 and 1 start.
You're fucking serious.
That throw is a bit high for Geno Lewis, and so it's a 2 and out quickly. And Ford's first appearance this season, as Edmonton will have to punt it away.
Wow, are you fucking serious?
He teaches this kid a lot how to operate from the pocket, so to speak. If in fact that's in his DNA, which I don't think it is. He's a mobile guy, but word is, the camp in Edmonton, that this kid is making strides in the right direction. We got to see it for the first time.
Jake Julian's at his 30. Tobias Harris is back inside his 10. Last punt went over 60. This one looks like it goes even further down inside the 5. Harris takes it. Oh, and he is hit hard.
So it was a safety.
Coming in. Tanner Green in there. 61-yard punt, so not quite as much, but still. Julian's punted twice, and they've both gone over 60, and there's an injured Edmonton Elk player down in the field. Scott Hutter, a safety, and mostly on special teams, is the injured Edmonton player.
Yes, Scott's a big turn there. Laurier. Thing to do with this one right now.
Thank you.
Just kind of caught. Turkey caught him.
Oh, I'm winning. Okay. We got a safety. Okay.
See on the right knee there for sure.
But apparently they called it a touchdown for the Rams. Okay. Gets a block down the sideline. He is gone. I still don't understand how they got a momentum about what I'm winning, but okay. Okay.
Two great collegiate careers at Wilfrid Laurier, Achapong, and Hutter.
Right. That's what's going on.
Established CFL veterans now, but Hutter down in the field. Achapong.
Well, that's
earlier. Start this game. We're late in the first quarter. Now it's an 8-3 red-black lead, but pay attention to Scott Hutter right now as he gets up and will need some help to get off the field.
Do that with Hutter, his size, but Sam Achapong. Now you need a card to get him off.
It's Trey Ford. Mention started after they started 0-8, and then they lost to Winnipeg after a great comeback by Drew Brown and the Bombers when they were down 3 touchdowns. And then the next week on the
saw it that way and called it. And here, Drew Brown, I think he makes a poor decision. He's got his eyes downfield. That's fine. Ball sailed on him.
An interception.
He wasn't in sync with his body there, moving. He could have pulled it down. I think could have walked for a first down, but he decided to chunk it. Kai Gray says thank you. Trying to find Pimpleton. He overthrows it. We're going to Kai Gray with the second interception.
And Trey Ford is back at quarterback. They script from the Ottawa 39 quickly to the right for Keno Lewis.
Werner with 3 sacks in this game. Let's go.
So McLeod Bethel-Thompson got the start, got a few series, and this is the second straight series now for Trey Ford, as mentioned. Had not played at all this season until tonight.
Yeah, a lot of speculation, certainly from our team in covering this league. We've seen Trey Ford, what capacity, and so far in the first quarter, we've seen it twice. Good field position. We got it's got.
Pick up 4. Second and 6. Pressure coming. Ford takes off. Tries to and stays on his feet. As he gets it down, it's still shy of a first down, around the 31-32. So it'll be a third and short coming up here. Interesting decision coming up for Jarius Jackson.
Looks like they're sending out the kicker.
And they are indeed looking to see if they can put 3 more on the board.
Yeah, we know Trey Ford can do this, and he just ran out of room last year. 85 carries, 771 yards rushing, and 3 TDs. One of the most electrifying young players we saw on the field in 2023.
How come his rate checker's not active? Damn, what a pancake block.
So late in this first quarter, Boris Beatty is on his 1 for 1 from 34 yards. This will be a 39-yard attempt for the veteran Beatty.
Why'd you step into bounds? I want you to run the clock out.
Up and through it goes. Heading into that east end zone. Edmonton Elks. The quarter ends with a score by Edmonton.
No, I didn't want that. Great. And I gave over fucking pick 6. Come on.
All passing plays until the final one and the touchdown run by Rock Armstead. 8-6 the score through the first 15, Ottawa.
Oh my god, my quarterback sucked today for some reason. I don't understand. Whoops. Yeah, of course. And I lost one in a bar. Lovely. Ow. You're fucking serious.
Back at TD Place in Friday Night Football, the Red Blacks lead by 2. Here's a look at the first quarter numbers, Matt.
Not very impressive if you're looking at the elk side of the ledger, but they were gifted 6 points with a couple of, miscues by the Red Blacks, which pushed them in good field position, which was a big point of emphasis for Jarius Jackson. First game as a head coach, taking over, said, we want to concentrate on starting field position. That was gifted to him by the Red Blacks, counted for their 6 points. Other than that, it was Drew Brown on a great drive. Since then, Edmonton's defense has kind of figured it out.
Wow. Why does it take for him so long just to throw the damn ball?
A couple of series.
So much resolution. Okay. That's a fucking mismatch.
McLeod Bethel-Thompson started. There is Jarius Jackson.
We know it's going to be
Well, a lot of it is actually open too.
Not sure about the other side.
Through the interception last time around to Kai Gray, leading to an Edmonton field goal here. Braylon Addison with his first carry of this game.
Yeah,
I gonna have to put myself back in this game. Like, I don't understand why I'm struggling. This is embarrassing.
Raylan Addison is one of those guys that did this in high school, and it was just tremendous. And toting a rock, and it's fun to watch.
Ooh, and who being you?
48 yards over the course.
Much better, much better.
He's a multifaceted receiver / running back, played quarterback in high school as well.
With one catch for 7 yards earlier on that touchdown drive by Ottawa. Back on the ground. It's time to Ross Armstead, who gets
Did it too early.
Well, he didn't need much, just a couple of yards for the first down, right across the Ottawa 50. So the sticks will move for the Red Blacks.
I thought I don't know.
Tennessee breaker, Braylen Addison. Rocco get the 3 that he needs, whether you're blocking it or not.
Ow! What the hell?
Mark it at the 51.
Are you fucking serious right now?
To start this second quarter. And Drew Brown.
Fuck.
Into Ottawa.
Whatever.
Down to the final minute, final seconds. The toss to the right. And that is caught. A rare touch there for the back Anthony Gosler. His second reception on the season.
You don't see that very often. 17th of his career. Tommy Condell, a lot of time for Tommy. Offensive coordinators had tremendous success here in the football league. And he calls a great game. Very diverse offense. Gets a lot of people involved.
Midfield for the Red Blacks in a 2nd and 6. With time to the right again. It is on Pimpleton. And it's a first down for Khalil Pimpleton. Gets it down to the 45.
Yeah, let's bring that balls out quickly. I mean, it doesn't look like much run, flat route. Pimpleton in the flat. Watch how quick he gets out. Come on, get on him. Pimpleton knows what to do with it after that. We've seen that in his short period of time with the Red Blacks. Brown settling in quite nicely.
He had a good training camp and didn't start the season. Got introduced to the CFL regular season play last week in Edmonton. 4 catches, couple of really big ones too. Little toss inside, cutting it back is Hardy. Justin Hardy gets it down to the 41. This is what Pimpleton did last week. 2 big plays in particular, Matty, but the speed that he showed on his touchdown catch was really remarkable.
Yeah, it was one of those, who is this guy? That was a 29-yarder to set things up at the end of the football game. This was the drag that goes from 70 now runs angles, and everybody's going, who is this guy? Well, we know who he is now. Central Michigan finest. Comes from Muskegon, Michigan.
2nd and 6 now. The 42 of the Elks. Brown. No, that one falls incomplete. They went right back to Pimpleton. Lucas Purifoy.
Don't that fall.
Tommy by the veteran. Lucas Purifoy just tied that up nicely. Breaking on it. Perfect timing. Here we go. Another shot of Lewis Ward.
He was 1 for 2 on the night. Missed his last one, heading the other way when it took a sudden turn to the right.
So it's Peter and Jay, deep snapper, Gileone, their holder. So that's the battery that's worked so well for the Red Blacks. Jay, third-year player from Queens.
Ottawa is requesting a challenge. They believe there should have been pass interference on the previous play. The play will be reviewed.
Lucas Purifoy had the coverage on Khalil Pimpleton, and that has led to a challenge flag being thrown by Bob Dice. So the command center is up for a review of this one. We'll be back.
Into the action with CFL Game Zone. Play games with choices you connect with fans from across the world. Join the ultimate CFL fan experience today at gamezone.cfl.ca.
officiated the game that way by breaking it down in slow-mo and saying, in a split second, did he touch him before the ball arrived?
In slow motion, that looked like a clean play. Very close. Not a bad challenge from Bobby Dice. Get a first down there, knock over the door, put 7 on as opposed to a possible 3.
Well, here is the possible 3. Right through. It is reality for Lewis Ward. Is 2 for 3 on the night. That one from 48 yards away. So 5 for 5 last week, 2 for 3 tonight as they increased the lead to 11 and 6. So after a couple of possessions led by Trey Ford, McLeod Bethel Thompson, who started this game at quarterback, is back in at QB for Edmonton.
And herein lies the problem when you're switching quarterbacks like this, Rod, is the rhythm. And oftentimes, you know, it's just one throw that'll set a quarterback into a rhythm, and then look out. It's lights out from that point forward. And right now, neither one of these quarterbacks has found a rhythm. And I wouldn't like being tapped on the shoulder every 2 series and say, have a seat.
From the 40, Bethel Thompson throws. It is caught. Reaching up is Gino Lewis, who is wrestled out of bounds.
That's what McLeod Bethel Thompson, MDT, does well. He just throws the ball with strength and timing and accuracy.
Now, this is Jarius Jackson's first game as head coach, and it's the first time we saw Trey Ford come into, so people might be linking those two events together, but it is Bethel Thompson. There's Ford for the clap for the completion as it picks up a first down to
yin and yang. Oftentimes you see it with a power back and a scat back, so to speak, and run out with the quarterbacks. Mix it up, keep the defense on the toes.
Javon Leake, the running back, the fake to him. Darius Pickett nearly got to Bethel Thompson, who throws it off to the right, and it is caught. Another great catch by Urgi Mayala, who's really having a career renaissance with the Edmonton Elks.
Well, this throw is just unreal. The catch is in traffic, but the throw is just ridiculous. Watch right here. He's going to move down here, and he's going to work back to the football. He has to, because that window is closing quickly. Bird watch. The 4 guys converging. Ball's thrown right over the top, and the 2 underneath, the 2 over the top, and closing fast.
Did a great touchdown catch last week against Ottawa. On the ground, Javon Leake, the ball carrier, and Bryce Carter. The defensive end comes in and tackles in for a loss.
What about this catch last week? Just unbelievable. It's a solid game. Doing it, you know, work underneath, picking up hard first downs, and then showing off. Getting a little yak for you, and this plays what I'm talking about. That was getting hands right there.
Beautiful pass by Bethel Thompson to 2nd and 12. Setting up a screen. Early gets inside the 40 before he goes down. Tackles and out for a first down after that loss of a couple of yards on first down. It's about 3 yards shy right now for Edmonton inside the Ottawa.
That's fucking great.
This is for Curly this year. 31 coming in this ball.
That's fucking great. My door's now fucked up.
Enough on that one. Bringing out the big boy, force Beatty. See if he can handle this directional wind. It's just a couple of wind tunnels over there that affected Lewis Ward on his attempt from about this distance, and now force Beatty. See, it is a crack in.
Sure did look that way. The crazy turn. That was 45 yards away from Beatty's 2-2. And this one goes off to the right, so there is a wind gusting there. Tobias Harris takes it out. Gets a block on Tanner Green. And he tries to turn the corner.
It's down the sideline.
Coming down right at the point where he heads out of bounds, but without Devontae Dedman, Tobias Harris is making sure nothing is lost in the return game. He had a big punt return last week at 35 yards and that on a missed field goal. Brings it way out for Ottawa with a flag.
Oh, come on, guys. Really? Come on, man. You're serious right now? Please shut up. Bro, tackle! No, why did it send me forward when I was trying to get back in coverage?
Yeah, so Beatty didn't learn from Lewis Ward's miss in this direction, and the ball was pushed, and then it was a big return by Tobias Harrison. And you're looking at him right here. Excuse me. He's right there, folks, coming in. He cuts Malden low. He can't do that on his plays. Boyko gets the tackle, forces Harris out of bounds. 54-yard line. You don't see that very often. But Jake Julian just trying to make something happen and take a big boy out of the mix.
And Jake Julian, of course, the punter, was a holder on that play for Beatty, who missed that 45-yard try wide to the right, and Harris had a big return. Tack on the penalty yards. They're in the Edmonton zone. They'll start at the Elks 54 for Drew Brown and the Red Flags, taking the handoff and swinging it out there to Pimpleton.
We don't know that for sure.
The grasp of Derek Moncrief on the tackle.
Moncrief just playing that play perfectly. Walled off a potential blocker, made the tackle for no gain. Forced the second and long. See if Drew Brown can convert here.
I did, man.
Today.
11-6, the Elks lead midway through the second quarter. Their first possession went all the way down the field for a touchdown.
Wow. How did they have momentum bar? That's ridiculous.
Throws on the move and deep, and it is picked off. Darius Bratton coming across. The second time Brown has been intercepted in this game. Edmonton football deep in their zone.
The deep ball undercut by Bratton for his second of the season, third of his career. And we see Brown trying to force the issue here a couple times in the first half of the count.
Edmonton down, but they have the football.
How far? I can't believe I am struggling with a 2-win team right now. I am not bad at video games. Tired of this damn thing. God damn it, man. That's bad.
Yeah, forced the issue a little bit, trying to figure the game out. Like I said, on the fly, eyes, here the ball just kind of hangs on him. And Darius Bratton, second-year player from Virginia, gets his second season third of his career. Trying to find Ackland, who just hangs on him a little bit. I thought he had room to run, possibly kick a field goal. Chose to.
That one nearly caught, just in and out of the hands of the intended target. Curly Gittens Jr. Tobias Harris is there. Second down coming up.
I'd like to be in his cardio routine. You know, and you got to cover some of the fastest guys in the league. Run all over the football field. Bryce Harris, nice job.
I don't get it,
He came in, Matty, as a returner last year, but they've had a lot of injuries in the secondary. Brendan Dandridge, who apparently is supposed to be coming back. Elijah McGee, too. So, yeah, Harris is getting his chance in the secondary, too. It's a 2nd and 10. Edmonton 14. Pressure. Malden couldn't get him. Bethel Thompson gets rid of it. It's caught by Gino Lewis for a first down up across the 25.
But Rodriguez is putting his big single finger down, asking for the heater as he's moving to his left. McLeod Bethel Thompson, he can't get enough on him for on the run, so he kind of sets his feet, throws a dart. Gino strong hands, he picks up the first down. Critical, getting out of their own end. Beautiful.
Great hands of Gino Lewis, a gain of 13. And Bethel Thompson eluding the pressure there by Lorenzo Malton, so he throws it off to Dylan Mitchell. And Sherrod Baltimore's there as Mitchell has to do some work just to get back to the...
Gets a block inside the 35.
Gino Lewis, the great years we saw when he was with the Montreal Alouettes, and the yardage he's racked up so far in his career. This is the most receiving yards by active players, just behind DeVaris Daniels.
How about his hands? They just look massive, you know? Like Andy Fantus. Just these guys just clamp onto the ball, brought him into chance. You saw it on that last play. Good pickup play by Sherrod Baltimore in space. Field side corner doing his job. Forcing a 2nd and 10.
36 yards receiving tonight, 89 last week. Another catch there, and that is Arnold Smith and falling down. Smith had
Are you serious? I'm struggling with the fucking Rams.
Yeah, right? Smith, easy catch, some difficult on this one. Looks like he lost his footing. Went into a knee. Bethel Thompson puts this one on the money. Look, he already knows where he's going with football. When you play in a position of quarterback, you just can't wait for the ball to hit your hands. You get to this level.
Thank you for the blocks.
You know where you're going with the football. It's just...
Well, I didn't get any of the animations that I wanted. That's just perfect. Just perfect.
So that gain up to the 40 now. First and 10. Nowhere, going backwards. Damon Webb coming in.
Come on! I am not bad at video games.
Play, and Damon Webb's coming from the backside. You can't get leverage on him. He's in the backfield before they know it. And it's just a good-looking play. Coming right to left, there he is. He just...
God, what the fuck, bro?
Number 80, 85. Didn't have a chance. Wait a minute, that's my guy.
So it's Montling tackled for a loss of 5. 2nd and 15, Edmonton 35. A draw. And actually gets some of it back up across the 40. Or Kevin Brown, excuse me.
I think that's a good position for McLeod at the top. Veteran deep in your own end. Get a couple first downs. Draw. Try to get field position with the big legged Jake Julian. Making up for his low block in the last series. Wouldn't want to put Trey Ford down there, went behind his ears, just getting started in 2024. So, good call series. Doesn't look like much for the Alps, but that was important.
Got them some space.
I'm not a psychopath. I don't know why shit is not working for me.
Runs over 60 yards. Standing inside his 30.
Please don't run this. Stop fucking running, man.
There's Almondo Sewell back in Edmonton. Back as their defensive line coach. Let's go down to Claire.
Yeah, Rod, and CFL fans, without a doubt, know Almondo Sewell because for 12 seasons in the CFL, he has 69 sacks. But you're going to have to get more comfortable hearing Coach Sewell as early this week was promoted to defensive line coach. Now, I asked him when he got the assistant coaching. He admitted he never was. It was only until this offseason that former head coach Chris Jones called him, asked if he wanted to come to camp, and then he really got the bug. He says, I love coaching these friends, living my career out through these guys now. But he said he misses it every day, and Coach Jackson joked that the team has to be careful because if Sewell gets close to a jersey, he might throw it out at some point. He wants to play that badly.
What a great career, Claire. Obviously, with Edmonton, won a Grey Cup in 2015. Also with Montreal, with the Alouettes up until last year, and that's how it ended. Another championship. Almondo Sewell. And there's another moment in Ottawa
That's hilarious.
3 years ago. Different sort of highlight. See, the linemen love to get the ball, too. 3-minute warning until the half. Red Blacks lead.
Was it falling behind me? Okay. Now I really don't think I'm a fucking psychopath because I have anger issues. Alright.
Giant halftime coming up here on the CFL on TSN. But first things first, Lambo needs to wear a tie. Head over to his X profile and you can vote on a better coach's playbook.
Well, whoever wants more, but we're getting pretty close to it, and it's going to be
eye on Lambo.
Got to wear a tie, coach. Keep the panel coming up at the half. The crowd's picking up. We have a little intruder running around on the field, so that's the explanation for the little delay. 2:54 in the clock.
Thank you, finally.
Of course, we don't show you, so we can discourage this kind of behavior.
Right.
There's Noah Curtis.
I saw the big buckets just slamming.
Oh, it's a few times, yeah.
Remember, well, the entire defensive secondary just...
He really didn't want to give me the ball.
The guy that decided to go out there and have a good time, and secondary for the Bombers had nothing to do with that.
If fans out for a good time here at TD Place, just stay off the field. Here we go. Resuming play. 2nd and 8, Ottawa 29.
Some dumbass wrong on the field, not surprising. Us man doing stupid shit. Great. You can't do nothing competent. God damn, bro.
That was a dart from Drew Brown. Great cover throw. You can see the difference. The interception took that one.
Okay. That's
was a hit on Addison after he caught the ball.
That's
what I'm talking about. Just
major foul and the number 0. We're going to go up 15 yards from the end of the play. It's going to be first down for Ottawa.
Yeah,
0 on 0.
Yeah, Purifoy trying to make a tackle. He's trying to get low, and then all of a sudden Addison's lowering his helmet, and they collide.
Wow, he actually got it there.
Veteran Lucas Purifoy, who used to play for the Ottawa Red Blacks a few years ago.
I just don't know how you can avoid that.
You're serious?
51 of Edmonton for Drew Brown and a first down. To the right, open receiver.
God damn, offensive line, you suck.
That is Justin Hardy. Their top receiver so far this season, another first down.
Oh, God.
Favorite receivers in the league. Hardy.
Why?
Once there, I'd like to get rid of that to the quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. But
how am I struggling with a two-week Rams team?
Hardy.
I am not bad at video games.
With a touchdown last week and a great effort after the catch too to get into the end zone.
3 receivers went over 100 yards.
Hardy there too, yeah.
And shanked the punt. You gotta be serious.
Mentioning Pimpleton, but Hardy, he's been the go-to more than any others, and right back for another first down, and still 2.5 minutes to go to
releases the ball to the catch. Watch his feet.
That toes, is that toe still down?
Yes. No drag swag is enough there.
That is so close. They call it a catch.
That was stupid.
2nd and 4. Edmonton 11. Brown takes off.
This might be the plan. Have Ayuk on kick and Hardy on punt return. So I can have more than 10,000 total return. Yeah.
Offensive lineman coming up on him to get to the second level. And Brown trying to set it up. There's the old lineman now. Morgan says, give him a second work to do. That's a play by the little linebacker, fourth-year player from Notre Dame. Excuse me.
First and goal of the Edmonton 4. Red Blacks up by 5 and looking for more here.
A lot of it's in the zone. That's good.
Throws into the end zone. No. Aiming for Rhymes and just coming across at the last second is Marcus Lewis.
That ball kind of hangs a little bit. I think we're right here. Ball's out.
Get off him.
Free ball. Off his back foot. And then just
You don't know that.
twist arm.
Oh my God, the blocking in this game sucks.
Just enough to knock it away.
Lewis.
By Lewis.
Player from Maryland. Extending. Talk about last play. Ackland making a sweet catch on the sideline. That was a stretch and a fingertip knockdown. So he'll take it.
Oh, easy. For the second one? The first one?
Off the fingertips. Right at the end zone for Hardy. So third down.
In stride into the end zone, 34 yards.
That catch tackle animation helped because I was actually out of bounds, but that kept me inbound. So thank you.
Got a little lower, make it catchable, right off the fingertips, threw it right through his fingers. Yeah, those ones that drive you crazy. Lose sleep over those.
So Lewis Ward comes on. He'll try an 11-yard field goal. Pops that one through. Another one. Lewis Ward making it a 14-6 game. Well, the 152nd edition of the Open Championship going on at Royal Troon, Scotland. You can catch the third round tomorrow morning, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on TSN. How about Ireland's Shane Lowry leading the way at 7 under par, shot a 69s a day. Top Canadian Corey Connors is at
They don't have to leave.
par.
I just have to stay quiet.
Rory McIlroy. You hit that ball out of bounds. Yeah, you hit that ball out of bounds there, forget about it. It's just bogey,
They
double,
don't have to
maybe
leave.
even
I just
triple.
stay quiet.
Edmonton ball, the screen to Brown. Kevin Brown has a lot of room. Glides up. Down to the Ottawa 30 just inside, but a flag back in midfield.
Yeah, Eugene Lewis, I think, good con for a legal block. He knew it. Kevin Brown was rolling, too. Good to see him involved in the passing game.
Okay.
Get him in space.
BTW, I need to not act like a child.
Holding Edmonton number 87. It's a 10-yard penalty, but it is a first down for Edmonton.
So after that,
Yeah,
the yardage
like
was
a-
gained enough for a first down by Kevin Brown.
Yes.
To not act like a petulant
Kind of
child.
getting pulled over by the police right here, you know. It's
Too many times this shit happens off and on, and I see why nobody cares for him.
I can take a deep breath. There's a hole right
And
there.
my
7 on
antics.
Lamont.
So they do put the ball down at the 42. 1.5 minutes to go till halftime. An 8-point difference right now after that second Ward field goal made it 14-6. McLeod Bethel Thompson. Pump fake and a short pass there back to Brown. Does it again, and he is tackled by Davion Taylor just shy of midfield and looks to be enough for another Edmonton first down.
This is like a sixth sense here. I don't know how McLeod Bethel Thompson completes this ball. You just know your receiver's hard. He's not even looking at him. He's just pocket collapse. Oh, there it is. He's got
Damn,
Joe
bro.
out, body slamming him, and he's completing balls out of the backfield. Oh, my goodness.
Too many fucking times, man.
Tough enough. Step up to the plate. Oh,
Okay, that worked.
Well, with pressure coming, he does aim for Arkell Smith, and that's a bit behind. So incomplete second down. 3:07 on the clock.
Yeah, it's just a thing, Rod. You said it, pressure's coming. It's 2 plays in a row, getting a veteran quarterback uncomfortable, knowing where he's going to be on that spot. That's Trey Ford. Completely different story.
Yes, defense, let's go.
Second and 10, advantage. Red Blacks here. Got to get off the field. Can't let this drive continue and let the Red Blacks score late in this first half. Excuse me, the Elks score in the first half here. Get back in the ballgame.
We saw Trey Ford there. We saw him earlier, first quarter for a couple of possessions. With the blitz coming. They pick it up, the throw, and it is caught by Dylan Mitchell inside the Ottawa 40.
Well, it's a lot of work on a dig route to complete this, to move the sticks and keep the drive alive.
Okay.
Top of the screen, you're going to run a little dig route, go down about 16 to 18 yards,
You're right.
across the middle. You don't want to drift. Keep
I was
going,
on
ball down the money. Dylan Mitchell, big time catch and throw. Quarterback to receiver.
Their leading receiver coming into this game. So Edmonton gets closer. First and 10 beyond the 39. 45 seconds and counting. That one is on. But nowhere to go. Backwards, back to the 45. So completed pass for a loss.
Yeah, Bryce Carter making the tackle, applying the pressure, disrupting the timing of the screen. You've got Michael Wakefield in the backfield, and he's going to pressure McLeod Bethel-Thompson, and back's going to be covered like a glove, and Bryce Carter coming off making the tackle. Oh yeah, Taylor's here too, coming hard off the edge.
Big loss too when you consider field goal range. So throwing here after the loss of 6, Marvell Smith.
Yeah, no, he's
Supposed to at least get them closer, and he does, down to the 35. So that makes a bit of a difference. A third down coming up, but closer for Boris Beatty.
No question. And we saw Boris and Lewis Ward have troubles in this direction, kicking long field goals, moving.
Sometimes you can see when the cornerback takes the pass when he's telling you just to run it.
Easy for big foot of Boris Beatty to figure it out here. That's a heck of a play.
Wow, he didn't even look for the fucking ball.
Opportunity here for a 42-yard run.
42-yard try. Both kickers are 2 for 3. Both misses game heading this end, and both times to the right.
And a lot of his always in red.
Starts off straight, and it's enough to get through. Hugs it inside. Third field goal of the night for Boris Beatty. And that is it for the first half as Edmonton gets back to within 5 points. What the Ottawa defense has been doing.
Man, everyone's got like a fucking scout on there.
Holding Edmonton to 3 field goals. Last week it was a shootout. This week not so much.
So the Red Blacks do lead. Speaking of that Ottawa defense, here's Claire now with Cleon Lang.
Cleon, when you've seen your team put a lot of pressure on both of the quarterbacks, what's working well for your defense?
Just our hustle. Defensive line is working well. Linebackers are working well. Secondary, we're just playing complementary football right now, and that's what we need to do.
We've seen Trey Ford. We've also seen McLeod Bethel-Thompson. What's it like to face 2 quarterbacks?
Just got to keep our focus. It doesn't really matter what they do. It's what we do. So we just got to control what we can control and just keep after the quarterback all day.
Thank you, Cleon.
Thank you.
All right, Kate, let's send it back to you.
Alongside Enoch Mwamba, David Sanchez, Jim Barker, we have ourselves a 14-9 football game at the half. And the biggest story coming into this one were the changes, obviously, with the Edmonton Elks and how they were going to proceed moving forward with these 2 quarterbacks. We saw
really, Carmen, you gonna injure me?
2024, a couple of series, you don't really get a read on him, but I think it's clear, especially in that second quarter, that MBT is still their starting QB.
Yeah, and you look at how they're proceeding with this, and Jarius Jackson is a quarterback. He was a quarterback at Notre Dame University. He was a quarterback in the NFL and the CFL. He understands the position. He's coached this league for a long time. He doesn't want to take out it. It's clear that Macbeth is their quarterback. But when they're putting Trey in the game, they're putting Trey in because they know that he could possibly get a spark. But you don't want to take it and bring in Trey.
Don't call anybody retarded.
Struggling.
I can't stand that damn word.
You don't want to take him, put in Trey with
punch somebody in their fucking jaw. They call anybody retarded.
In the game with
I would punch him right in their fucking jaw.
2 for 3 for what? For 2 for 3 for 12 yards. So he wasn't struggling. He threw the ball.
I'm not even a violent person, but I can't stand that fucking word.
They're just trying to find a time.
I call that shit too much at
Trey into the game where he can get some touches without taking away with the rhythm of the crowd, and also not creating controversy by putting him in where people think it's a demotion.
The timing of the game is
crazy.
Figure out what's the best time to put in Trey for. Absolutely, Ches, like you're talking about. If you got McLeod Bethel Thompson who's here starting to get a feel for the game, you don't want to disrupt his flow. And so, to me, there's more to it than just that. These decisions are huge, obviously, with regards to the timing, but it's more than that. A tie practice, you got to commit a good amount of time for Trey Ford to also get a good enough feel for the offense and get the chemistry built for the with the receivers. So it is important. There's a lot that goes into this, and right now, Jerry Jackson's got to understand now, when am I going to put Trey Ford in? How much practice am I going to give to him, even at practice?
Yes! Got a fumble. Adebo down the sideline inside.
What? How the hell you get Hoffman? And finally, I got that momentum bar off.
Last week, they're getting pressure on the
Finally, got a turnover.
Right tackle Jacob Ruby gets beat. Again, it's not a sack, but it's a pressure.
Wow, I was actually knocked out of his own. Are you serious?
Gets beat by newcomer Noah Taylor.
He cannot be fucking serious.
That forces him to have to move, and he gets a little antsy in the pocket. And you're going to see Drew Brown here. He's going to step up as he should. He's felt the pressure, and he's going to throw the interception to Kai Gray. So those kind of
my dude, why were you still running?
Edmonton, the secondary playing a little tighter has kept them in this game. We got a 5-point game.
2 big plays from Gray and Bratton, that boundary side. Young, talented guys make big plays. That was key in the first half.
And you know what? We can debate the quarterback.
Wow, are you? What? You're drunk. Oh my god, are you serious? Really? I'm gonna use it myself. Thank you, defense. Yeah, you're not getting past him. Yes, secure tackle, but your ass was grass. Shit, I need Tampa Bay to lose. I need Atlanta to lose to Tampa Bay. Fuck. Damn, I curse too much. That sucks. Yes, I lurked him. I locked that down, baby. Let's try it. Caleb Bidley. I could never get the animation right for a punt block. My god. That was a bomb. What the? Okay. Finally, knocked down the momentum bar. try it again. Okay. Cowley. At least I got it there. Thank you.
Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's gone! 90-yard touchdown! And I'm in the zone because it was 33 yards in the fly.
Second half of our doubleheader coming up this evening. Winnipeg taking on Saskatchewan. Tyrell Ford's a family affair on this show tonight, coming off a massive game. It was a home win over Calgary.
Alright, we're getting in the groove, baby. And I'm in the Seattle.
To reach 30K for his career. Can't wait for that one. And with more on their new star, let's head over to Paul Lapalisse for Coach's Playbook.
I was on full time. I was like, I do Philly special again, but now
Last week had an unbelievable game. He had 16 targets. Look at these numbers: 13 catches, 201 yards, one
Get off me.
I talked to his receiver.
So it technically counts as a catch for my lineman, but I wanted my guy Andrews with a 2-point conversion.
Behind the line of scrimmage, he's quick. Gets this ball on the block.
I hate quick screens because they don't work.
Blocks once he makes his defender.
I can't wait to get Madden 24 or College Football 25. I don't know what I want to get next paycheck.
I love this one. He's running across on a dig. He's actually putting his glove back on so he can make this catch. That's crazy. He has great high hands to make this play. Watch it from this angle. This is what you need. Hand-eye coordination. The ball's up high. His eyes are up high. That's what you want from your receivers. The next thing, body control. He breaks out for the comeback, but the ball is pushed to his left. Not many receivers can change their direction and make that catch, so that's outstanding body control. This is his one touchdown. He runs to the back of the end zone, and again, concentration outstanding. Kobe Williams gets the PI, but he does not care about the PI. He survives contact, sees it.
How many picks?
Celebration right there. This is my favorite play.
Each quarterback throwing 2 picks each. Damn it.
High hands to the football, makes his catch, and he actually has to catch this off his shoulders. This is amazing at the end of the game in the fourth quarter. Once again, good eye angles and catches it off his shoulder to make the play. So I think he's going to get a lot of opportunities tonight. The Bombers got to be careful, though, because the Riders lead the CFL and take away.
I'm in a bar.
Look at the ball, everybody. Good?
And by the way, Pokey Wilson does come from Pokemon, and targets with 13 catches. He just missed the one Lapo. We know what they say in Pokemon. You got to catch them all.
Do they say that?
You never heard of Pokemon mobile? This halftime was a quicker run because it's a two-game doubleheader. So the game 2's halftime will be a little bit longer. What? I hit stick him. Why did he give me that? Oh my gosh! Shut up! Oh my god, my back. Erica Wheeler to miss the All-Star game. Flight delays. Kelsey Mitchell. What are you doing? Like, that's bullshit. Huh? They should just cancel the game. Damn, how the hell do you get flight delays? Everyone should have been on the same flight. Everyone should have been on the same flight. Like, the hell? Oh god, that's a touchdown. Crud. That sucks. 260 yards. 260 yards. No. What the hell? What is it? The computer's reaction time sucks. I'm better at reaction. Oh, what a hit! I'm blitzing again. Not surprising. You're bad. 45, 50 breaks it to hurls. I mean, 45 spins 30 to the 25, 20. Makes you tackle to the 15. 15. He's out of here. Karma. And he still scores. Karma.
Why do you keep intercepting my fucking plays?
Wow. How the hell did they get momentum bar? I am winning this game. Okay, Madden. Okay. I guess the team that is losing by double digits gets momentum bar. Okay. Great. Just perfect. Can't tell me if I had this ring on nuclear. He is actually pretty nice. Don't cap on that. You capping, my nigga. You capping. Michael Gallup is actually a good receiver. Don't be capping, my nigga. Don't be capping. Oh. Oh, next week, a break from the heat, finally, but storms every fucking day, dude. You're serious? Damn, he is still at 37 points. God damn. Even fans are got annoyed with the shit of. Even fans got annoyed with Alexi Lawless. He's worse than me. And I can be a little bit of a petulant child, but he is just a straight up racist.
Here now is Claire Hanna with the safety for Edmonton, Luchez Miracle.
Luchez, one of the things your team wanted to do this week was limit Drew Brown. How would you evaluate how you've been doing that?
We're doing a good job, man. We just got to get off the field a little bit more. Get off the field and get our quarterback the ball as much as we can. Right now, we're doing a good job of that. Young guys coming along. Stepped up from last week, for sure.
Jarius Jackson would have given you his first halftime speech as head coach. What was his message?
Don't bend, don't break. Go out here and win the game and go 1-0.
Yes, I'm in the zone. Yeah.
The Elks want the ball to start the second half from the west end zone. And the kickoff is taken by Javon Leake inside the 20. Down by 5 to start the second half, Edmonton.
Actually,
just shy of the 35 for McLeod. Bethel Thompson, Matty, who took a bit of a beating at the hands of that Ottawa defense.
Yeah, and he made that throw right there, so it's oftentimes ugly on the wrong hand, and he made that throw as well, getting help from his receivers. Former left.
ooh, that's nasty.
No matter what style of quarterback you are, you're going to get touched up.
He starts the second half on a running play, too, for Kevin Brown. Tackled there by Darius Pickett. Bethel Thompson, though, 14 of 17 for 112 yards. No touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah, 4 of 11 on second half.
Now an inch
stride on the right inside shoulder.
On the sidelines, and it's one of those situations where he said, "Yeah, we got to
This
get
time, Fry.
quarterbacks more often." And therein lies their problem. They got to do something with it when they get it.
Thank you.
Third on second count.
Finally.
No gain before. Brown, 2nd and 10. And a pump fake. He pulls it down and he gets taken down. 58th, Bryce Carter coming in. Ottawa sack leader in 2023.
Hey, don't stop me from selling. Yeah, ow, my leg.
Carter, he's just money. Let's see if we can find him. I believe he's right down here at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, he is. He's on Boyko, and he's working hard. Boyko's got him in good shape, and then once the quarterback climbs the pocket, Bryce Carter comes off and makes an easy sack.
So Jake Julian, a couple of booming punts in this game, standing inside his 20. They could use another one of those.
You know it's right when both guys say the same.
20, running off to the right. Well-placed punt. And Harris, not much to work with, does get it up across the 30. So back comes Drew Brown. Positives, Matty, notable negatives with those 2 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah, I got a little greedy, and trying to get too much. He got some help from his receivers in the first half. Second down conversions, a lot better than Cloud Bethel Thompson left the game, but those turnovers, 30 to 6
I'm
points.
better with this. I'm in curl flat zone.
I think he could have pulled that down, put themselves at least in a position to make 3.
Wow, he really. Come on, guys. 300 yards? Pretty much.
Braylon Addison trying to fight off a tackle, gets it up to about the 30. Now the tackles leader for that Edmonton The Mutombo?
Yeah, the Mutombo, right there. He did. Talked to Miles on Wednesday, and
what?
This guy understands veteran leadership on a young defense and bringing in Moncrief.
You're fucking serious?
He said was just what the doctor ordered.
A couple of yards, 2nd and 8, Ottawa 33. First possession of the second half, Red Blacks. Under pressure.
That was not my receiver. I was on the deep receiver.
Good decision. Nothing there. Throw it away. Late flag. Something's going on.
Late flag in the Red Black backfield.
Wow, that was like, gotta be somebody saying something.
And it came out late.
It's probably on sports.
A lot of scrimmage, but
Got intentional grounding. Ottawa number 3. It's going to be 3rd down at the 19-yard line.
So losing down as well, and that distance as they go back.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 5.
Do is get it.
Loss of down. 3rd down.
Didn't quite make it that far, so
punting time for the
They
CFL.
still, of course, have to punt.
Another strong leg kicker, Richie Leone.
Richie Leone, one of the best kickers in Canadian Football League history with the Ottawa Red. I'm going to be living in Hamilton, so I'm not that far away. I honestly want to have a house that's literally maybe 10 minutes away from the stadium, so that I can work from the Hamilton Flash and make some money like that. Be like a janitor or something.
By Javon Lake, but it will be in the Red Blacks zone down around their 48. Leone lost the handle. Was able to pick it up, though, and just get rid of it in time. Hurts the average, but it beats the alternative. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. And I finally get a momentum bar. Ow. Forgot I scraped too hard on my neck. You know what? Let's try it again.
Step into the action with CFL Game Zone. Play games, win prizes, and connect with fans from across the world.
Oh, wow. He threw it to me.
Fan experience today at gamezone.cfl.ca.
Man, well. Pretty much the same for me. That was the saucy you're at, my boy. What? Oh, come on. Why are you doing me like that? Oh, no, sir. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, that was not a smart decision. 300 yards with 3 picks, so I'm not going to be able to complete that particular goal.
Up against the Saskatchewan Roughriders, who started 4-0, and Winnipeg started 0-4. Since then, the Bombers have won twice. Saskatchewan lost in BC last week. Interesting first meeting of these. Coming up, part 2 of Friday Night Football from Mosaic Stadium.
He's supposed to hit stick him, motherfucker.
And the throw to Eugene Lewis, who hangs on to that ball stubbornly, with DeAndre Lamont fighting him for it.
I don't know who came up with this ball at the end. Boy, that ball was drilled in there and stuck on somebody's
still fighting.
That was pretty saucy.
And Lewis going at it. Eugene coming up with it, not going to let go.
That's Madden for McCaff.
Watch this dart under his right. He just ripped it there, and then Lamont rolled over and continued to play.
That's enough. You did 3 jukes, my nigga. You did 3 jukes. That's why he was tired.
Second and short now after that pickup by Lewis. Here's about a yard. Kevin Brown finds an opening. First down. Gets it closer to the 35 of the Elks.
You can almost see him understanding, going, oh, wait a minute, I got to get the first down here. He looked like he wanted to bounce.
His name is Aiden.
Or South. Watch him. He's like, attacks, presses it, and I'm going to go side. No, I got to get the first down. Dips his shoulder and goes and gets it.
Wow, I almost learned that, but I was doing well out of bounds. I once jumped and lateraled it to a teammate when I tried to do a pick, and it didn't work. And I was like, what? I was in the air near the end zone, and, well, that sucks. Hey!
Looking for Dylan Mitchell just a bit too far. Nearly had him. So that would have put Edmonton in the lead.
Yeah, and we saw a close connection between Brown and Pimpleton that just was out of the reach of his receiver. Here we see in the second half.
So I don't really need to blow these guys up, but whoa. It's
Superman on that. Get airborne. We'll never know. Yeah, that was tough, but quarterback, you want to throw a little more catchable ball, but that was out early and he just couldn't go get it.
Superman, the nickname of G-Roy Simon.
Before I do Philly special again, that's...
Fight for it there. Gino Lewis wants a call on Lamont, so they're fighting again, and that one just goes down, no flag.
Yeah, another Lamont, you know, they having to shoulder a lot of responsibilities on that back end. Second-year player from Illinois State, and while he uses his sideline to his advantage here, and he just kind of washes Eugene out of the way, and he's got great position. If anything, that would have been offensive pass interference. I thought that was a great job by the young corner, making it happen against one of the best in the league.
Forrest Beatty, 3 for 4, had one late in the first half to cut it down to a 5-point game from the Ottawa 36. But a 42-43 yard try for Beatty. Back within 2, heading right. Misses right. Taking a knee, the Red Blacks and Tobias Harris to give up 1. 4-point.
And it works. Finally.
Miss by Beatty, who's missed a couple tonight. Quite the battle, and that's set it down by Lewis and Lamont. Ottawa still leads.
Boy, I got super lucky on that one. I should stay in bounds, fucker. Wow, are you fucking sucks. Well, that fucking sucks. Wow. I was in the zone, and again, Madden's shitty passing mechanics. Three touchdowns.
So an all-star receiver.
This is putting him on.
A few minutes after, 3 touchdowns in 5 minutes.
Let's put him in the list, just for a little. There's 99 carry.
We're getting to see him. First glimpse of
Not just do it for the special again.
happened here in the CFL as well.
And Ottawa with the football and handing off. Pimpleton standing only 5'8"
Hey, you.
Hey, you. Other smaller football players.
That's where the motivation comes from. I really, I've been told, I was too small, I was too short.
People told me I wasn't confident enough to have a job, and I was like, yeah, I can kiss my ass because I'm smarter than you.
That was small, but that was my.
And he was like, you're so cocky. Oh my god, you're so cocky. I'm like, I'm not cocky when I'm telling the fucking truth. I have a 115 IQ. I don't use it for no fucking reason.
Really fueled him. He just didn't have the measurables, so he worked on his intangibles and brings a lot of that. And we see that by number 83 in black and red. Struck a chord in my heart because being undersized, you always play with a chip on your shoulder, and he's never forgotten where he's come from.
Third down, Campbell, and they may not have got it. They had to get to the 50. See where they spot this ball. Dustin Crum was in.
I do not think they got there.
The Elks certainly don't think they got there. And they didn't. Where that ball is, this is going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, Lucius Purefoy talked to our player hand on the sideline.
What the hell? How did they get momentum bar, bro? This game is over.
Defensive play for Edmonton. They've had a few on this night. Turnover on downs. They're about to take over inside the Ottawa 50.
As a kicker, what the fuck? caught it. Nice.
Jason Shadow's defense getting it done on a third down, short stoppage, getting off the field. Guard clearly hand on the sidelines. Got to get the ball to our offense more often.
Okay.
Edmonton benefiting from its defense. The offense going to work in the red black zone. Into the hands of Javon Lee. Behind the line of scrimmage and a good gain for the Elks in a first down.
Love everything about this play because that's where this guy needs to be in space because the speed
that sucks.
and unbelievable. And he's right in the backfield right here, coming out in a swing, and it's actually a lateral pass. This goes over his head. That's not a good thing for the Elks.
Yeah, that's
spotted pretty good by MVP. He goes north and south in a hurry, picks up 15.
He gets it down just inside the 37 of the red black.
Oh man, that was only one. All this area.
Lost yardage there for Edmonton.
Yeah, nicely done by the Red Blacks defense on this case. A lot going on in the backfield, coming across.
Yes!
The shuffle pass.
Yes! Interception! And it gets a lead! And it's blocking! Yes!
And lost 4 because of it.
Wow, that was like the longest 3 hours.
We'll be in long field goal range, trying to get closer here. The Ottawa 41. They're going backwards. Second straight play, they go backward. It's Lorenzo Molden, the sack leader of the CFL 2 years ago, and he picks up the sack there. Molden with number 3 in the season.
Jarius Jackson says no, sending out his punting unit. Malden standing up here in a 2-point. 17 sacks 2 years ago. Defensive Player of the Year. Headed that torch over to Bryce, and sack leader for the Red Blacks last season with 12, and that's because probably he was getting so much attention and freed up Bryce to do his job.
2 plays, took him out of field goal range.
That's tip of that. Both defenses getting the job done here the last 2 series.
Takes points off the board for Edmonton there as Julian's the punt. It's not about distance this time. We know he's got the leg, trying to get it down inside the 5, but too far, so out of bounds it goes. A point on the board for the Elks. Pressure on McLeod, Bethel Thompson, Lorenzo Molden, Baron Miles. Talking about defenses, how about Ottawa's there? Leon Lang celebrates too.
I'll tell you something. Yeah.
What do you remember about that outing?
I remember the crowd is so low crowd. Ottawa just welcomed back the Red Blacks, and that was the first win in TD history or Red Blacks history.
What was the energy like in the building?
This place is amazing. This place is rocking, and hopefully this year we're gonna get back there.
I was gonna say, how have you noticed Red Blacks Nation change in your 10 years here?
You know, I've seen ups and downs. But our nation has stayed with us. But
Well, I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. This has been the Production Sports Review Show. I'm sorry I've been very angry these last couple of weeks, but I've been trying to get jobs and it's just not been panning out, so I'm sorry for taking my anger out on my objects and stuff. And making the ceiling